asking for his approval.
Look, I thought it was funny. Anyway, hello, people. It's
Hello.
been a ride. So, we started piloting a little thing based on the game of movies we did sometime last year. And we have a television version instead. To put it mildly, there were shows that we liked, shows that we didn't like, and shows that we really, really, really didn't like. In case you can't tell by the boxes we have here and what sits beside them. So here with me on this little odyssey, and you might remember them from Shadows over Loathing. First is Set 262
No.
and Insane Blue Genius.
Woohoo!
And off somewhere, either masturbating or making food, is Mongo. But yeah, he'll be with us in a few minutes, and this is the thing we're going to be doing tonight, with the idea being to actually wrap up this entire deck. And we have a method of speed up with which to do that. But first, a fairly important announcement. Tonight is unfortunately the last night we're going to have Set with us for a while. And would you like to tell us that story?
The long and short of it is I am changing shifts and going to be a vampire basically from now on. Because I will not be getting out of work until about 5 a.m.
Yeah, which unfortunately puts him out of time for the show. So this is kind of our send off to him for the next phase. And starting next week, we'll still be on Tabletop Sim, but Blue will be my primary partner on Fridays from here on. And we're going to be doing a little bit of Sherlock Holmesing for anybody who finds a little bit of joy in literary detectives. But yeah, once Mongo is back and settled, we will start. And who were the judges last time? Was it me and Mongo? I think it was.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Would one of you two like to be the first judge? Or not even judge, like fucking card flipper is basically it.
I mean, I never mind being the one who flips the cards. I will set out the first 4 without flipping them.
Yeah.
I am not fully confident in my ability to control stuff on tabletop just yet.
Right.
Set, yeah. I caught that pun. You are bad, you should feel bad.
What pun did I make? I made no intentional pun.
Repeat what you said you were going to do.
Said I was going to set up the cards without flipping them?
He's referring to the word set.
Well, what else would you like me to say? We were setting them up in the order we do this in.
Something that's
You could place them out. You could make them ready to play. You
Something
could put them into position.
Something that's not your screen name, essentially, is what he's shooting for, I think.
Why would I use more words to say what I could with fewer?
Actually, it's roughly the same amount. But it has your name in it. So obviously, you are a bad pun.
Are you here, Mongo?
Physically, yes.
Well, I mean, none of us are mentally here.
Definitely not.
No, I was referring to emotionally.
Oh, well, that too, I think.
That's a you problem.
Emotionally, I'm at Lagrange 4.
I don't know what that means.
Are you not going to explain that then?
Nope, it sounds pretty clear to me.
You know,
how I moved the table.
It's a mathematical four-square theorem. And I'm surprised that's coming out of your mouth and not mine.
Actually, it's a location in space. Based around the natural satellite of the planet.
Okay, that too. Both definitions exist in case anyone's curious.
You know, being an only child again doesn't sound that bad.
Guys. Someone remind me how to move the table from side to side. It's off center and making.
Middle mouse button.
No, side to side, that would be WASD. So A is left. A moves you left and D moves you right. So invert that. And
Yes, but if you use the middle mouse button, you can fine tune that.
Oh yeah,
Here,
if you push down on
The
it.
scroll
Has
wheel.
the middle button.
The scroll wheel.
Well, if you
It's
don't
referred
have,
to as the middle button.
well, if yours doesn't push in, just use A and D.
Yeah, I
My
was gonna say.
upstairs mouse has a working button.
I scroll wheel just zooms in and out on the table.
Well, that's
No,
if
you have to click
Well,
it.
yeah, but he's talking about when you push it down. If it's a clickable button, I have a scroll wheel, but it doesn't want to click very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, then in that case you're A and D'ing it.
Yep.
I got it. Cool.
Your WASD.
But yeah, when it's your turn to do the card stuff next, you'll get that'll get you your practice.
All right.
Okay, let's do this.
Are we- First up, we have Beverly Hills 90210. Again, going with the original.
Nay.
Real Housewives of New Jersey. Curb Your Enthusiasm and Move Your Hand. Gomer Pyle, USMC.
I nominate Real
Okay.
Housewives for fuck these.
Yeah, I think we kind
Ditto.
of decided last time that Real Housewives was a automatic go fuck these.
True, but Real Housewives in particular.
What did you
I'd like to
mean?
see actual Real Housewives.
But what did you mean the original? Is there a new Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah,
Yes.
they made a new
Why?
90210.
That's a great question.
Why? Anyway,
Was
I have not
Disney
watched.
involved?
I
I
can't
have
get
not
behind.
watched any of the rest of these.
I can't get behind any of these. You can just delete them. Forget the discard pile.
Already done.
Oh, here,
Our
actually, let me do this real quick. Give everybody your mod badges.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
You're right. You need an enema. All right, go on.
Yes.
Only if it's got hot sauce.
Moving right along.
We have Shark Tank,
Brouhaha.
Deadliest Warrior, Extras, and Adventure Time.
Can't get behind any of these.
Technically, I can get behind Shark Tank and Deadliest Warriors. Or Deadliest Warrior. I've literally only seen like 2 episodes of Adventure Time fully without seeing clips.
So is that a nomination for something?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm explaining myself.
So just based on this, I gotta tell you, everybody's been telling me I need to watch Adventure Time, but if it's not even in the running, I feel like maybe it's not worth my time. Thoughts?
I'm not much of a cartoon guy except for very, very few. So I'm
It's
not,
not
sure
in
I
the
can-
running because we haven't actively watched it. From
Everyone
what
I
I've
know-
seen and what I've heard of Adventure Time, it is worth it if you're a fan of like old school stuff like Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog kind of vibes.
I would say that
Where it
Adventure
appeals to
Time-
any age.
I would say that Adventure Time comes from the era of Cartoon Network where there was literally exactly one fucking animator. Like, they all look the fucking same. Adventure Time, regular show.
I mean, I'm referring
Chowder.
to the story of it.
Yeah. Like, all those. Hell, even...
And they didn't have one animator. All their animators had one brain cell.
Same thing.
That's fair.
I'm sure there was at least 1.5.
But no, Adventure Time is actually fully worth it, especially if you do the deep lore dive, which involves nuclear holocaust and genocide.
All I know is everyone I know who did watch it absolutely raved about the quality. Like, they put it on par with Steven Universe in terms of shows they enjoyed.
That's
I
impressive.
do like Steven Universe.
We haven't
Oh.
seen it yet. I'm sure we will somewhere in this deck.
Well,
I greatly enjoyed Steven Universe. I didn't care too much for that extra season.
What, Steven Universe Future?
Yeah, it was
I
kind of
haven't
iffy
watched
for
that
me.
part yet. I watched the movie, but everybody tells me that the last
Let's
season...
just say Future gets real. Like,
Yeah, I really
too
haven't had
real.
the spoons for something I know is sad, so I haven't gotten to watch it yet. But I'm forcing a friend to watch the entirety of Steven Universe with me, so I will make him watch the sad bits with me as well.
Good.
That
But
works.
it gets real. Like,
Well,
too damn real.
maybe we can rope him into Friday nights. He had fun the one sitting here on the couch.
Who is this, Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be good with that. Matter of fact, if we can get
More
him
the
to
merrier.
play, if we can get him to play Sherlock Holmes with us, that'd be cool. And I'd also like to get Silver Recluse on that. Think his.
I mean, you know I would help
Yeah.
out with Sherlock if I wasn't actually working.
No, I know.
Are you working too?
Next Friday, I have a shift.
Oh, okay.
Which means it's just you and me, unless we can get either Tom or Richard.
Everybody.
I think we've derailed far enough. Let's get the DM back on track.
I was gonna say, you guys have bedtimes. I have to be up until 4 a.m. to acclimate to a shift change. So, without further ado,
What are
And
you
I took my
DoorDashing?
allergy medicine, so I might get really sleepy in another hour or two.
all right. So let's get this
Never
going.
Figure out when.
Daredevil, Robot Wars, Dora the Explorer, and Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
I'm assuming the OG original.
Absolutely the OG original.
So, to be fair,
Daredevil, I would
Looney-
like to accept.
The absolutely ridiculous Looney Tunes show that is more recent is terrifyingly adult humor and hilarious, though.
All right. So Looney Tunes for sure.
Is that the
Anybody
one where
voting-
Lola is a bimbo?
I don't remember her, to be honest. She's in it.
Are
Yeah.
Daffy and
But
Bugs
not have
roommates?
made an impression on me at all.
Are Daffy and Bugs roommates?
Oh my God!
And
they were
Daffy's
in
the
it.
irresponsible one.
They're kind of very Ernie and Bert, yeah.
I'm gonna
Are
say.
they roommates in the same house?
They're kind of like Ernie and Bert, yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
say,
God! They were roommates.
I'm gonna say no to the rest.
Anybody else?
Yeah,
on
no,
any
fine.
others?
I vote for Daredevil.
I never
I
finished.
greatly liked it.
I only watched like a season and a half, and then I got kind of. I don't know. It was actually too violent for me to enjoy.
Sadly,
So
you're
we're-
not missing too much because outside of the Defenders, it doesn't really pay off too well. So it's pretty much just going to be handing a win to Looney Tunes.
All right. So no more nominations. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's
Correct.
an out. Yeah. So for
Sorry.
those of you who've
Discussion,
never,
we're going to derail a lot.
Although Matt Murdock does have snoo with She-Hulk. But that's in
Yeah.
She-Hulk,
Since
not
he's
Daredevil.
Are
definitely
you
gay for his
smarter than
partner.
a fifth grader? Survivor, Family Ties, and The Lone Ranger.
oh,
No.
those
I
are all
cannot
good
nominate.
shows. I gotta nominate Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because again, game shows.
Nah.
I cannot nominate any.
Okay.
All right.
For those of you who haven't seen this before, what we do is we pick 8 shows that we actually want to talk about and put them in that tournament bracket off to the left side. The winner of the bracket goes into champs. Anything we deem fuck these goes into fuck these, and then winner of the fuck these tournaments become fuck these in perpetuity. Real fucking easy concept. You fucks understand?
We have I Love Lucy.
Avatar is over there in champs because they won the last time against all the rest of the champs.
Yeah.
This will be a bunch of champs until we get kind of tired, and then we'll set the champs against each other minus Avatar and see who wins.
Once we have 8
If we don't
champs,
have enough.
once we have 8 champs in this pile, then we start a super champs pile. Off of whoever wins.
And where do you plan on that one going?
Up your
Yeah, but
ass.
didn't Avatar win last time against all the rest of the champs? So it shouldn't be versus the current anything else in the champs, or did you put everything in there?
No, only the 2 that won these brackets go in here, and we've only done 2 of them thus far.
Oh, okay. No, we did a round.
Listen, Alpha, I'm willing to try, but I don't think the coconut will allow it.
We did 2 rounds of 8, and the winners of those got here. That's how they landed here.
I gotcha. Okay. Right. Wow, we're
We have,
very
the Dick,
in this round.
we have the Dick Van Dyke Show, Magnum PI, and the following.
Hey
What the hell is
guys,
the
guys! I just want to tell.
Oh God, the following.
I just want to tell you, Set said Dick on National Web-O-Vision.
Dick, 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 dick.
Dickalodian. Anyway, none of these.
Oh my god, was it Slimer Splooge that they always threw on people?
Alright, do we have any nominations?
No,
No.
but I want to know what the following is.
The following was essentially... It was essentially a show that was about a serial killer who also basically formed his own cult.
You'd be amazed
And
how often that
how
happens.
the police were trying to deal with him. And when I say cult, I mean, if you know the Blacklist, his cult was as far-reaching as that show had sounding.
Think Charles Manson with more reach. Now,
Then Charles Manson on an international scale.
Ghost Whisperer, NCIS, The Colbert Report, and Home Improvement.
NCIS. Although, to be fair, I think we're mostly
Home
just going to be
Improvement just
throwing in...
Home Improvement.
I heard one NCIS.
Home Improvement for the reason I just exclaimed.
Do you have any secondary of those?
Home Improvement.
Alright, Home Improvement is on the board.
Yo, I've been watching Ghost Whisperer because I started it a long time ago and never finished it. And then I had to stop because it went from being, like, kind of interesting to really fucking weird.
Yeah, it did have Jennifer Love Hewitt, and
Jennifer-
that made up for a lot of sins.
Well, and also, like, she's very good at being sad and helpful, so, like, it's a nice, like, draw you in kind of story every time. But then her husband dies and steals somebody else's body, and that's just fucking weird.
Set, I've got to ask you, Set, fellow man of culture, Jennifer Love Hewitt or Amy Jo Johnson?
Yes.
Perfect. Very good. As
I
much
would have definitely voted Jennifer Love Hewitt in that.
Those are both
Nope,
names.
I'm not
They
choosing.
sound like women. But I could be wrong in this day and age.
They're both women.
Glorious,
no other-
glorious women.
no other nominations.
Alright.
Goodbye, Gibbs. Goodbye, Docky.
I think y'all forget that just because I'm asexual doesn't mean I'm not attracted to women in some way.
I don't forget.
I don't forget either.
Who forgot?
The reason I asked Seth specifically was because I was hoping for exactly the answer he gave, and I figured Blue you would choose one or the other.
I did
And
find
for me, you knew that I probably
annoying.
didn't know either of the actresses.
Precisely.
That's So Raven. Have Gun Will Travel. Flavor of Love. And Seinfeld. Alright, I'm putting
I vote for
Seinfeld in.
Seinfeld, but I need to look this up. What the
Oh no,
fuck is
Seinfeld goes
Flavor
into
of
fuck
Love?
these.
Okay.
You don't know what Flavor of Love is? With
No.
It's a reality show. It's terrible.
Oh, man.
And that's literally all I fucking know about it.
I'm trying to think. What was worse? Flavor of Love.
Oh my god,
Paris
Flavor
Hilton's Be
Flav.
My BFF.
Or
Both.
what was the second one?
The one where Paris Hilton did a reality show like Apprentice style, or to see who'd be her new BFF.
Okay, but Paris Hilton is legitimately actually smart and funny if you get her away from cameras. So I'm still convinced that whole show was her just fucking with people.
Oh, it was just the show itself. Like the people that were chosen for it were as vapid as for real as she pretended to be.
Yeah, that's
Every
I think
bit of
she-
respect.
Really
for her.
emotionally
She was
intelligent?
trolling them. She was trolling them hard.
Oh, she
Isn't she
trolled
like
so
really
hard.
emotionally intelligent?
She's really intelligent in general.
Actually, Blue, I got one for you. Jennifer Love Hewitt or Lacey Chabert?
I don't know who that second one is, actually.
Never seen
You've
Party of Five?
No.
Did you see
Nope.
Mean
I mean,
Girls?
granted, she's grown up since then, but
Did you see Mean Girls?
Yes.
Gretchen, the one who kept trying to make fetch happen.
Her voice is kind of annoying, but she's very pretty.
She was also really hot in the Lost in Space movie reboot.
She was very hot in the Lost in Space movie reboot. I will give you that.
My
Just
answer still would
rebooted
be
the TV
yes.
series.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's something about Jennifer Love Hewitt's eyes that get me.
Did you say her size or her thighs?
Sad eyes.
Oh, sad eyes.
I
She's
heard
got
something
eyes.
about all of her.
she's got like this really pouty look to her that's kind of just weirdly appealing.
I'd love to cheer her up.
Maybe that's
Wouldn't
the urge.
we all? Alright,
I
so
love can go and fuck these.
you know what? I'll allow that.
And I'm sad because I have fond memories of that So Raven, but not fond enough that I remember anything that happened. It's just a vague feeling of, yes, that was cute.
Has Raven
So-
Simone done anything since then?
Yeah.
Lots of activism, and both Princess Diaries movies,
Yeah.
which she was phenomenal in.
She was super fun.
Wait, so question. Why is Seinfeld in Fuck These?
Because Jerry Seinfeld is a
He's
fucking
an asshole.
Because
Okay, I didn't
Jerry
know that.
Seinfeld is a pile of human trash who should be lit on fire, but that's a whole different beast.
He's a misogynistic monster. And when you actually go back and try and watch Seinfeld, like it's got iconic moments, and yeah, it really is a show about nothing when you think about it. But God, some of the stuff is just weird. Like the one where he can't be attracted to the woman anymore because she's got man hands.
Oi.
All right, well,
Some of them are
Wait,
just
so does that mean
speaking of fuck these,
he's essentially Charlie Sheen?
You're thinking of 2.5 Men?
no, he's just saying, is he like that?
Oh.
I don't really know a whole lot about Charlie Sheen other than he was a musketeer.
Good, stay that way.
Keep it that
Keep your
way.
mind safe.
Yeah.
So we have Jackass,
Didn't know that was a
Awkward.
TV show.
MasterChef, and Jag.
You didn't know Jackass?
I still need to watch Jag.
You do, because it's the show that created NCIS.
Really?
Actually.
Wait.
Yes.
You didn't know Jackass was a show?
No, I knew it was a movie series.
Mongo.
The movie
Mongo,
came from
Mongo.
the show.
Before my
My-
time. I've only actually ever seen Jackass 4.
My God. Watch the
Alright, in
series.
fairness, when the show was on, if I had allowed him to watch this, my mother would have had me on a milk carton.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Are you saying I'd be drinking milk with your face on it?
Yes. You would be getting mouthful of
Yeah.
white, thick cream.
Moving
with
right
his face on
along there.
Moving
What the
on
hell
with
is
this.
awkward?
No idea.
it. It's awkward
Besides
that
this
we don't
entire
know.
conversation.
Let's see.
Only one I can think of is maybe MasterChef, but I don't remember that one at all.
An
Yeah,
American.
that's a cooking show that didn't make an impression. Well, I think it was like a contest, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
still is. It's still going.
Awkward is an American teen comedy drama television series for MTV. That should tell you pretty much everything you need to know.
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
really not that great if it was MTV.
Yeah. I won't
Alright, so
I won't
none
nominate
of these.
any.
None of them. Deleted.
It's funny for all of these that we're getting rid of, they're getting conversation.
You'll be
and all.
deleted. Deleted.
They're getting what?
Deleted.
They're getting conversation. Not
They are, but
not
not
any
the
meaningful
kind that...
not any meaningful conversation, but conversation nonetheless.
Alright, up next. Buffy the
Yeah.
Vampire Slayer,
Oh.
The Wire, Salem, and Scorpion.
I
Well,
vote
the
for
only
Buffy
one there
and
that
Scorpion.
I've seen is Buffy. And I got to be honest, I got some mixed feelings about Buffy.
I will stake anyone
Let me-
who fights
let me-
Buffy.
Let me ask it this way then. Shit, what was her name? Oh, Sarah Michelle
Michelle
Gellar.
Gellar?
Sarah Michelle Gellar or Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
I think that would entirely depend on my mood.
Current mood.
Current moods, Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay, cool.
Because eyes. Angry
More
mood,
important question.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Well, Jennifer, did she do the movie?
No.
In that
It has
case,
nothing to do with if she was on it. Are we nominating Buffy or not?
I'm not nominating anything, no.
I'm nominating Buffy.
I will second Buffy because it was very good. It's just a little tough with hindsight and looking back at how they were all treated, and I would like to see who Buffy ends up versus.
All right. Anything else for any of these?
Nope.
I don't know the rest of these.
All right.
Salem, I believe, was about the witch trials.
Scorpion
I mean,
was
presumably not about the
nerd
cat.
Was a super nerd secret agent fantasy type story.
What was the super
Based on
nerd
true-
secret?
Scorpion.
Basically, it was based on, very loosely, the real life events of a extremely intelligent man who wound up helping the government out. And it just expands to, like, he has a whole team of people who've broken the law but are experts at, like, con artists, street magic, and whatever. Or it was leveraged with nerdier people. So a mechanic, a, like, up close magic / con man, a hacker, and I forget what the other guy did.
Okay,
Like,
but
the whole point was that the main character was a super genius, but also on the autism spectrum.
okay, but is it good
Like
enough
all the main
like,
characters were.
that it would not be bad to watch if you like Leverage, or it's not as much of a found family vibe?
Oh,
No,
it
it's
is
not-
definitely a found family vibe.
It was basically someone took leverage and went, what if we mixed that with Big Bang Theory and some crime?
Okay, but Big Bang Theory ended up in fuck these, so you got to be careful how you're doing the additions
Well,
there.
the Big Bang Theory part would be more like the extremely intelligent, like a bunch of super geniuses part.
All of them probably most likely on the spectrum in some way or another.
Varg, I am literally just looking at the chat. Welcome back.
At Scorpion, worth a watch. Not going to be your favorite probably, but definitely entertaining. Moving on. We
And,
have One Day at a Time.
And the room with milk seems like a good place to be.
Real Time with Bill Maher. Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and American Ninja Warrior.
American Ninja Warrior. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
I'll
cannot
second
support
American Ninja Warrior. That was always entertaining to watch.
Yeah, Japan's
All right,
version
well, that's
was great too.
versing Buffy. That'll be a fun one. Anyone else got anything else from these?
Not I.
No. Jimmy Fallon's kind of annoying.
Not annoying enough to be fuck these, though, I don't think.
Nah.
No, not annoying in like a horribly misogynistic, really shouldn't belong anywhere way, which is where most of the fuck these come from.
Yeah.
So Scorpion is
foursome.
apparently on Paramount Plus, so I'm gonna go add it to my watch list to see if it's decent.
Ghost Hunters, 21 Jump Street, Punked, and NBC Nightly News.
None of these.
21 Jump Street was a show?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they
I've
made
only
the
seen
show
the
after,
remake.
after the second movie? After the remake movie, right?
Yeah.
I've only seen the 2 remakes.
You
We
never
have.
saw the original Johnny Depp version? I think it was him, if I'm remembering.
Oh shit, I need to go find where that's available then. You
Mighty
just said the
Morphin
magic
Power
words.
Rangers.
Yo!
Yes!
Steven Universe
Yes!
and Saved by the Bell.
Mighty Morphin
Now-
Power
Steven
Rangers.
Universe.
Alright, so
I
I've
will
got...
second both of those.
Power Rangers didn't age well, though.
I don't care. Nostalgia. And Amy Jo Johnson.
Yes.
You can't argue with the Amy Jo
And the
Johnson.
blonde girl who took over for her isn't bad either.
No, she's not.
No, but Amy Jo Johnson went on to be a super cop in, what was it?
And a
Was it
country
SWAT?
musician and a gymnast. What's your point?
She also doesn't age.
No, she really
That
doesn't.
too.
She looks damn good for her age.
Damn.
So
good.
neither one of these gets a nomination, I'm assuming?
No.
Hell no.
Nah.
And just like that, there are only 2 left to find.
Well,
And
I'm
then
gonna
the
say, I
fun
never
begins.
expected us to get a 2-for-1.
For anybody who's watching the chat, the occupant there,
Doug.
Twisted Varg, has been with us for mine and Richard's Milk series.
We have Doug, House of Cards, Californication, and The Flash.
Nickelodeon Doug, right? Not the fucking
Nickelodeon
Disney
Doug.
Wake Up. Good. Doug.
mean the
Never saw
Disney
Doug.
sequel? Okay, I will admit.
Californication's a TV show? I
Yeah.
only know
Yeah.
the song.
I will admit that song beats are still stuck in my head. God, how many years later?
Too
When did
many.
you-
Yeah.
Too many.
Hold on, I'm still living them right now.
I mean, Disney's Doug's theme wasn't bad, but the Nickelodeon one just slaps.
The Nickelodeon one is stuck in your head, and it wasn't even a complicated theme song. That's the problem.
It's not even the
So,
theme
I'm
songs.
kind of-
It's the beginnings of the concert songs for the beats are always in my head.
Yep.
So I'm conflicted. I can't tell if The Flash belongs in Fuck These or on the bracket.
Why do you say that?
There's a lot of things in the
Talking about
background
weird.
of The Flash.
Yeah.
A lot of it having to do with the writers.
Well, are you going to nominate it for one or the other?
I don't believe
think I'll
it belongs
nominate
in
it
Fuck
for
These
both.
at all. It itself did not do enough shitty things as a show. It
Yeah.
just kind of... It's a
Fizzled.
show that blew its load way too soon on villains and just got real bad after, like, season 3 or so.
Yeah, a Fuck These nomination only needs one.
So what are we doing, Flash?
I'm not doing anything with it, and
Are we fuck teasing it, or are we just deleting it?
I'm for one or the other.
well,
That is not fucking helpful.
it doesn't sound like Doug is getting a second, so at that point it doesn't sound like any of these are going anywhere.
All
I
right,
see. You're taking us all down with you.
deleting now.
I go down alone, thank you.
Dream of Californication.
Californication. If you're gonna mention a Red Hot Chili Pepper song, you better get the goddamn title right. Franklin and Bash, Glee, Little Rascals, and Rookie Blue.
None.
Want to put Glee and Rookie Blue on because I love both of them, but I haven't seen enough to defend them.
That's a none then.
I at least knew about the Little Rascals besides the movie.
NCIS Los Angeles, The Jetsons, MXC, and It's Academic. Wow,
What the
MXC.
fuck is MXC?
Motocross.
Most Extreme
idea.
Challenge.
Well, I'm gonna put up the
It's-
Jetsons.
I'm going
If
to nominate.
MXC is what I think it was American Ninja Warrior before American Ninja Warrior.
Most extreme challenge.
Yep, American Ninja Warrior before
Japanese
American
version.
Ninja Warrior.
I'm going to nominate It's Academic, and I'll let you guys decipher why.
I assume it's a game show if you're.
See, you get me. I don't hear any seconds for anything, so
Nah.
Jetsons
This
might have
realm-
Jetsons might have Jetsons might have been
Nowadays,
better.
the Jetsons is horrifying.
Jetsons
Yeah.
might have been better if A, anything had actually come of it, and B, it didn't follow up from the Flintstones. It's literally the Flintstones on the other side of time.
Are you
Steve
sure
Harvey.
the Flintstones
Wasn't
are
that the
whole
on the
point?
ground? Because that's the theory.
No, Steve Harvey goes directly into Fuck These.
LA Law, Cold Case, and
the
Zoe
horrifying-
101.
The horrifying part of the Jetsons is what year it takes place in.
Yeah, we're well past.
Ah,
that
yes,
here.
the fabulous 2012s?
Wait, no, actually, we're not past that. It's 2062.
Given that I haven't heard a thing, I'm going to say these other three are getting no nominations.
Nada.
We got Bubkiss.
Wat een schlamazel we all are.
X-Men, the animated
Oh my
series.
god, yes.
Yes.
X-Men.
Wait, is that the original 80s show?
Well,
fuck
90s.
80s.
90s.
90s, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bob's Burgers and The Gong Show.
I see these.
As much as I loved The Gong Show, I'm not putting it against X-Men.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
I don't
it's essentially America's Got Talent before America's Got Talent was America's Got Talent.
And everybody keeps telling me Bob's Burgers has a great storyline, but it's so fucking ugly, I just can't watch it.
My
Fair enough.
brother,
I've never seen an episode. I don't care.
my brother enjoys it for reasons I don't understand.
All right, so goodbye, everybody else.
We have 7 in both Fuck These and the main bracket.
Which will fill first? Star Search, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, SNL, and Cheaters.
Am I
None.
crazy, or did I hear murmurs of Fuck Saturday Night Live last week while we were talking about all that?
I can barely remember yesterday. I can't remember last week.
All right, good
I
enough.
cannot remember last week at all.
I say none.
Going once, going twice.
None.
Goodbye.
Agreed.
Modern Family, NYPD Blue, Dirty Jobs, and Black Mirror. Woof, NYPD Blue would not have aged well today.
No.
None.
None.
See, there were much more good movies
I'll
than there
go.
were good TV shows.
Real Housewives of Orange County,
I think we've
Nip
already
Tuck,
agreed on the Real Housewives.
Graceland, and EastEnders.
Yeah, Real Housewives, fuck these.
By default goes over there. Nip Tuck was fascinatingly horrifying, but not good.
All right, goodbye.
Now let's get one more for the main bracket, and then we'll have exactly 8 and fuck these.
Did your
Unless,
brother
of course-
disappear, or is he muted?
I have no idea. Parenthood, Barney and Friends, Ultimate Fighter, and House MD.
I nominate House.
Let me see if he said something in Discord. I only have one screen currently, so I can't check more than one thing.
I have no non-server messages right now.
Nope.
It's
He's
awfully
moving.
quiet.
He's moving his hand. We can't hear you, Mongo.
You've gone absolutely silent, Brat.
Are you nominating any of these four? If so, hover.
Still
Nope,
cannot,
he's still...
still cannot hear you.
Weird.
In a second, I'll go upstairs and check on him. See what's going on. Mongo, hover over House if you're nominating it.
That looks
That's
like
our final
a hover
one.
to me, yep.
Now let me go see what's going on with him.
And I
Real
say
quick.
No, yeah, no to the rest.
And then
we got
Well, while you do that, I'm going to refill my water before we actually vote on this interesting monstrosity in front of us.
I'm gonna get a drink as well.
well, I am back.
Lemonade acquired.
What's the verdict?
There's something going on with the voice software he uses. So he's restarting that and Discord currently. If not, I'm just going to suggest, I told him just don't use that and just directly use your mic or your headset. Christ.
Why is he using a vote software?
For his DMing on Discord. So he can do different voice effects and things.
I mean, it's certainly got its uses there. Right now is not it's not one of those.
He was like, how long have you guys not been able to hear me? Because I've been talking this entire time. Like, well, we're voting down groups so fast, we just figured you were not even getting there.
I mean, we heard him with Steven Universe.
We heard him like 2 rounds of choices ago. And
Yes,
then he got all
only,
fucky.
Now they like just died.
Who is making all that noise?
What noise?
Probably me.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, turns out it's not the software. Apparently, it's my hardware.
Your
Which
Oh,
one
this is
cut down
great.
on you?
The mic.
Oof.
Like the internal one in your laptop or one in it?
No. His very
No,
nice
I have a mounted one.
external
A very
mounted
nice one that works really well.
normally. Alright.
Well, it lasted me for some time. I may have to order a new one.
Well, regardless, our first battle: Looney Tunes versus Home Improvement. Ready? Fight!
Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Looney
This is
Tunes.
a bit of a toughie because Looney Tunes are all separated, right? And some are definitely better than the others. And Home Improvement is generally pretty funny and has a lot of really gags and actually a halfway decent story. But Tim Allen's gotten a little questionable in his old age.
Yeah, I've seen Last Man Standing.
Plus, aren't they making a
I
new?
mean, in my opinion, he tends to target both sides, so
Yeah, but
I like Last Man Standing.
how he is now Home Improvement's fault?
It's not Home Improvement's fault. It's that then when you go watch and you watch Home Improvement reruns, some of which he helped write, you kind of listen to some of the stuff that he says, and you go, "Oof."
I don't know.
So
I usually
I'm kind of in the middle here. I feel like there's enough oof in the occasional Home Improvement episode that Looney Tunes is still funnier. Like almost all Looney Tunes, I get to laugh.
Do you
I don't know. I mean,
question the might of the Looney Tunes?
That's why he uses it.
I see.
I don't
Plus,
know.
I mean,
when
funny is an actual chaos god. So okay, Looney Tunes for me.
Yeah, I mean, when I watch Home Improvement, I usually just go, ah! That's literally the whole reason I nominated it. I say Looney Tunes.
I heard 2 for Looney
Okay,
Tunes.
because I need to go use the restroom, my next votes are for Buffy, Steven Universe, and House. I am locked in
right.
on those votes.
All right.
You guys
That-
deliberate. I will be back when I get back.
hold
The
on,
Porcelain Throne
Okay.
calls.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, I vote American Ninja Warrior because
I say fuck you.
I enjoy
Get out of here and go to the
watching-
bathroom.
I enjoy watching the athleticism. I enjoy commentating on the athleticism. And call me crazy, but some of the stories through that show are actually really cool.
Stories? I've never once paid attention to a story in that show.
Like you've never watched the segments where people are explaining how they got here?
Like a little bit, but not enough to be like, oh yes, great story. More like, okay, neat.
I have, so that's my vote.
I honestly think I'm gonna have to go with Buffy for like long-term entertainment value. Like
Okay.
American
Also,
Warrior, I can watch,
Sarah
but-
Michelle Gellar and Allison Hannigan and Charisma Carpenter. And God, I can't
Charisma
remember
Carpenter.
who was the one who played Tara. Her too. She was not bad to look at either. They were all really talented actresses too.
You're paying attention to their acting now.
I paid attention to both things. I can multitask.
Well, I mean, and David Boreanaz wasn't half bad himself.
Hmm,
I paid
not
it,
my type.
I paid attention to left hit and right hit. I can multitask.
All right, moving on to our next.
Also, I have met what's his name who plays Spike, and he was really funny in person.
James Marsters. I've heard he's
Yeah.
hilarious, and if you like the Dresden Files, he narrates the audiobooks amazingly.
Oh, I'll have to remember that because I've been listening to audiobooks in the car. But no,
He does a phenomenal job with those. I love James Marsters. I've seen him in a couple shows, and he's
I have a
just
picture
fucking
with him.
talented.
I have a picture with him hanging right past the Star Trek pictures as you go up the stairs.
Oh, I'm aware. I've seen your pictures.
Yep.
I was the only one that made me more jealous of a person you got to meet was Carl Urban, but hey,
Yeah.
who I've also heard is just a phenomenally wonderful human being who should be protected at all
And
costs.
he's super fun in person. He gave me the weirdest look when I asked him about being Cupid in Hercules and Xena.
I repress those memories.
If I only get like half a minute to take a picture with like a silly comment and a hello, I'm gonna make the most of it. It's the same reason
right.
that when I met Tom Hiddleston, I wore my Game of Heroes shirt that had a picture of Loki on a Game of Thrones style like melted throne with all of the Marvel Universe hero stuff. He took one look at my shirt, laughed, almost messed up the picture, and said it was awesome, and that was worth it.
Aw. That's great, though.
Best story
No.
ever.
Carl
Now, let's
Urban.
fight.
Carl Urban, I was in my Star Trek Enterprise corset dress.
Very distracting dress.
I mean, I enjoy it. I mean, what?
My vote in the next one is definitely Steven Universe because I can watch Steven Universe over and over and over again, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers nowadays is a little cringy and hard to watch.
There's no
That
reason.
puts 2 for there.
There's no reason for me to speak at that point.
All right, and finally, X-Men the Animated Series with its fucking amazing opening theme versus House MD.
That, and I still have Xavier's goodbye speech burned in my mind from the final episode.
I'm gonna have to go with X-Men because House was an asshole.
Yeah, I kind of left that show early on.
I enjoyed his brand of ruthlessness.
I mean, it was entertaining to a point, but as the seasons went on, you were just like, God, you're kind of just an asshole, and also kind of an addict, and also like really your best
The
friend.
show lost me when they went with that whole subplot with the cop.
I think I stopped watching before that. I watched a lot of the first season, and then I saw like I don't know, like intermittent episodes on reruns.
Especially
so now we can't really move forward without his votes.
then you and I are just going to have to agree on everything, it sounds like.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Well, considering you guys couldn't agree with each other on Shadows over Loathing enough to keep me out of the fucking decisions, I do not have high hopes here.
I wouldn't have high hopes here either.
Well, may as well say something anyway. I gotta pick Looney Tunes.
All right, noted. Looney Tunes.
I'm kind of in the middle here, to be honest. It's a tough one. I gotta think about that.
What'd you say? You cut out.
I said convince me. Why Looney Tunes?
Convince you? Every single one of those characters just brings something special to the table. Wile E.
I was gonna say, if your only argument was Lola Bunny,
No, my
Look, the argument is always Bugs Bunny, Chaos God, and probably like changes his gender every 30 seconds for the joke anyway.
I mean that's a
not
great.
even Chaos God, but Bugs Bunny's gender is chaos.
I mean that's a
Yes.
that's a great argument. Elmer Fudd's speech impediment just gives me life.
I also do enjoy Yosemite Sam.
Wile E. Coyote was always one of my favorites.
My dad, when he does dad jokes, still makes the Foghorn Leghorn voice.
I don't understand what you mean.
Exactly.
Yep, he was great. And I mean, how do you say no to? That's all, folks.
I know your
And
problem is it's against Buffy.
I
You
know.
know, he is like a classic. There's a lot of lessons in Buffy. There's a lot of drama and sadness in Buffy. It's like its real downside is the way it's aged is a little dicey.
Yeah, Looney Tunes just stayed with me through all these years in a way that Buffy the Vampire Slayer could not ever hope to.
That's fair.
That's that's my argument.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go Looney Tunes. So then I guess it doesn't matter what his vote is.
Nope.
All right.
You hear
Looney
that,
Tunes.
Mongo? Fuck you.
All right, Steven Universe versus the X-Men.
Not even a fucking question, X-Men.
See, I'd have to go Steven Universe here for pure current rewatchability. Like I watch X-Men the animated series every once in a while, and it hasn't aged poorly. But Steven Universe still makes me cry. I mean, some of X-Men makes me a little teary-eyed too.
Xavier's speech still makes me cry. And a lot of the stuff he said is just strong.
Yeah,
Like morals and lessons you kind of just carry with you, you know. And the just and I know I keep going back to this one same thing, but the love he showed every single one of them in that speech before Lalandra showed up to take him. I mean, like that's a true father right there. Okay, so we're officially deadlocked. Mongo,
didn't have
get
to
your
wait on
fucking
the
ass
next.
back here.
Ain't nobody like to be disturbed.
I
Disturbed. They're on the toilet.
I know you can hear me cosmically. Get back here.
All right, so what's the count for fuck these so far anyway?
8.
We have enough for a round.
Is that what we're gonna do next, or are we gonna keep working our way
Yep.
through the file?
We'll dump fuck these. Once we're at 8 and have enough for a bracket. That's the
I
time.
mean, it might be funnier to do a couple rounds of the regular ones, then shuffle fuck these and see what happens.
Actually, I was just gonna do that as you said that. At least the shuffle bit, anyway. So
No, I mean if you have a couple more.
why don't we? Actually, why don't we get to 16 and do that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
All
so
right,
it's more of a surprise where they land.
Sure. And while we're waiting for Mongo to show back up, is there one of these two that would beat Looney Tunes in your eyes? Like let's put Steven Universe against Looney Tunes first.
Steven Universe would win for coherent story.
I would have a very hard time disagreeing with that. And X-Men versus Looney Tunes?
Gonna be honest, probably win for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what his vote on Looney Tunes versus either of these two would be, so you can't exactly delete it and go with it.
Mm. For me personally, Looney Tunes beats Steven Universe. X-Men beats Looney Tunes. But my vote's going to X-Men for this round too, so. Alright then, whenever he's done letting loose, I guess. I don't think we're gonna
What a
get
way
through
to put
this.
it.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get through this whole deck now.
Probably not.
Which is kind of a shame.
How many?
536. We haven't even gotten through 100 yet.
Depends on how fast we find shows we actually like.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm counting on, honestly, is that the good stuff is just still diamonds in a whole bunch of dirt.
Well, I mean, that's kind of all TV, isn't it? Let's be
Yeah.
honest, okay? You have nothing to do. It's a rainy day for whatever reason. You don't feel like being on a computer, and you just want to rewatch a show for like comfort, right? Not a new show, something that you already know the storyline of and that you like, and you just relax. Maybe you have a cold. I don't know.
For
How
me,
many can you really think of that are that kind of show?
I mean, for me, the thing you describe is my extensive backlog of YouTube channels I haven't caught up on watching.
Okay, the internet is down, but somehow you magically have unlimited DVDs and it has to be a TV show. How many TV shows?
Uh, I have the first season of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Doesn't have to be the ones that you own. Just has to be TV shows that you actually would rewatch.
Okay, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Password, Hollywood Squares.
It's mostly game shows.
Yeah.
This is not what I expected to come back to, I'll be honest.
Well,
What did you
put
expect
your
to come
vote
back to?
forth. X-Men versus Steven Universe.
Yeah, without
Steven.
knowing which of us voted for which, you're the tiebreaker.
I already just voted.
What?
I said Steven.
Well, then guess what? You have to decide the final, too. After discussing it while you were wasting time on the Shatar, we've already voted and you have to decide this.
See, I think I've already got my answer on that.
Okay?
For as much as there's an overwhelming amount of love and time and dedication put into it, and the lessons and things that we learn from it, how to grow ourselves as persons,
People.
and
Get
that,
on with it, goddammit.
and that vengeance should be swift and brutal, I'm gonna have to go with Steven Universe.
Then Steven Universe is the champ for this round. And Varg, we haven't run into Animaniacs yet, and I'm sure it's going to go into the bracket once we do.
Okay, but are we talking about Animaniacs original, Animaniacs the new
Always,
one, or
always,
Animaniacs altogether?
always.
The new one is a continuation. It is not a reboot.
Yes, but I haven't watched the new one and I don't know what it actually does.
We always funnel to original unless the card says something else. And also, for fuck these, we're gonna get up to 16 and shuffle like this before we actually
Hey,
do.
does that mean I'm done for this round?
Yes, it's your turn. So
Alright.
I love that you shuffled it and we still had Steve Harvey.
yeah, so so yeah, like yep, just like that for them, and then
Your spreadsheet could do better.
so you're doing fine.
Phineas and
I
Ferb.
cannot nominate any of these.
I also cannot nominate, or I should.
Phineas and Ferb!
Fuck you! It's not seconded.
Fuck your mama, Ryan! Give me your belt.
What'd you say about my mama? What you fucking say
She's a
about my
very
mama?
nice lady. I like her.
Thank you.
Children, pay attention. Yeah, your mom always makes really good food.
Also, I didn't know your name was Orion.
Alright, I cannot nominate any of these.
Nope, none.
The Wild Wild West was a TV show?
I'm glad I'm not making a drinking game out of that.
I know, right? We'd be at least 4 drinks in by now.
We'd be fucked.
I should get another 12-pack of Baja and
You know
down
what?
every time
Seth,
you fucking
you
says
have
that.
nowhere to be tonight. Why don't you make it a drinking game?
So nobody appreciates some new boot goofing?
No. I
The
don't.
what?
Rena 911. It was horrible. It was a terrible show, but it was
I
really...
never saw it.
Wasn't it essentially Cops and Family Guy, but live action?
I don't know. I never watched Family Guy.
That one I think we have seen and subsequently tossed.
We did.
Oh, there's one of your beloved soap operas. Is that a fuck the
Revenge?
soap
All right, so I can nominate Private Practice.
I cannot.
I will
I
not.
would nominate Hell's Kitchen, but later seasons got. Nah.
No nominations.
Wow, no nominations and no fuck these. This is a shocker.
There you go.
No
I've
nomination.
Also,
I
not
liked-
able to nominate.
I liked the guy who hosted What Would You Do, but on an entirely different show. No nominations.
Episodes. What the hell is episodes? That's so vague. That's like the worst TV show name I've ever heard. Oh, what TV show are you watching? Episodes. Episodes of what? Episodes.
It's another sitcom.
Well, at least the show has episodes for days.
It's another sitcom. This one's on Showtime. Let's see.
The
I-
only one of these
I
I've
wish I
ever
could do
actually
Once Upon a
watched was
Time.
Blue's Clues.
I wish I could vote for Once Upon a Time, but I dropped out like after season 2.
No nominations.
Once Upon a Time stayed pretty good through like maybe season 3 or 4, and then it got really fucking bizarre.
Oh, I vote for Blue's Clues.
Okay, I didn't hear any seconds though.
No, I did
There
say I
wasn't.
could nominate Blue's Clues.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
then
so
that-
yes to
then
Blue's
that
You
is-
said you could, you never said you did.
I'm voting for it.
Okay,
How do I
that's
turn things?
Q and E. You want E for this. Or 3 Qs.
You know, it's always better with more cues.
Well, what if you get a
Yeah.
pie?
Then you eat it.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it!
So none of these.
None of those. Wheel of Fortune gets a vote. The Office gets a fuck these.
I second
can
the
only
Office
put
getting
down
a fuck
for-
these.
I can only put down
everybody
Wheel
keeps
of
telling me to
Fortune.
watch The Office, so why does The Office get a fuck these?
I just hate that style of show.
I firmly do not understand the appeal to what they claim is the sense of humor in that show, and I'm also not a fan of Steve Carell. Wheel of Fortune, I vote for.
Any seconds?
No.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yes?
Monk
Yes. Am I not being heard?
did. I'm
You know,
hearing you.
everybody talks all over, so. Deleted.
Dead.
You will be deleted. Delete, delete, delete.
I think the word you want is exterminate.
No, wrong race.
I cannot nominate any of these.
I know this isn't going to get seconded, but I nominate St. Elsewhere.
I'm
I don't know
aware
what
of
that
St.
is.
Elsewhere. I hate the ending.
I
of St.
like
Elsewhere.
Everybody Hates Chris,
Okay,
but
listen.
I've never really watched it.
Listen, I agree. Fuck the ending of St. Elsewhere, but it's a medical
I've
drama.
never seen St. Elsewhere.
But it's a medical drama.
I just know about the ending,
very heavy in operating room, and I enjoy that.
and it has Bill Daniels.
What,
No,
you
it
mean
has
like
Bill
Grey's
Daniels.
Anatomy?
The only thing I know from any of these four is Uncle Grandpa. There was a random crossover episode with Steven Universe, and I skip it on all my rewatches because it was too stupid.
I never understood.
Oh, Grandpa is essentially a chaotic demigod like Loki, except he
Not
doesn't
as
relish
funny.
in suffering. Like I said, he doesn't relish in suffering. But
Yeah.
he's essentially
So that's a
he's
no.
essentially a demigod.
Something good about an analog game show, Varg.
I can't nominate anything, actually.
I also do not.
I've seen a bit of Two Broke Girls, but not enough.
I've seen specifically 4 bits of Two Broke Girls with the waitress uniforms and all that. But
And the only thing I can really call out for Always Sunny is, can I offer you an egg in this trying time? No, he doesn't. And Nightman.
Okay, so anyways, I started blasting.
Is Alice what I think it is, or is there a different Alice TV show other than the sci-fi miniseries?
Let me check.
I'm not sure.
I'm just
Remind me
saying
what
because
the
if you
sci-fi
haven't
miniseries
watched
was.
Alice, the sci-fi miniseries, highly recommend. So much fun. Go watch it.
What was it about?
Alice in Wonderland, but modernized and really weird, where humans are the oysters and they're sapping them of their emotions to get everybody in Wonderland high.
There's also a 76 sitcom, completely unrelated.
Anyway, Tim Curry is in it, and Kathy Bates is in it, and
Okay, if you find me access to it on a streaming service I have, you've sold me.
it's on Sci-Fi. It's free on Sci-Fi usually.
Like a website or what?
Sci-Fi has its own Roku app, like the Sci-Fi channel.
I must look into this.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff for free, especially a lot of their regular stuff. But yeah, there's a surprising amount of big names actually in there. Actually,
Well, who does Tim Curry play? There's like
He's
a
the Dodo.
gaggle of... He's a what?
he's the Dodo.
I have no fucking idea who the hell that is.
Have you ever watched any version of Alice in Wonderland?
Multiple, yes.
Okay, so in this case, he plays the Dodo, which is like a weird war criminal who's fighting against the Queen of Hearts. Because he is actually a person. It's not a person.
Oh, wait, no, I remember, like, starting that Alice show, and then I don't know
Yeah,
why I
she
dropped
does
it.
karate. The Hatter is a drug dealer instead of a tea shop owner because the teas are the drugs, which are the emotions that they're pulling from people. Anyway, the guy who plays O'Brien in Star Trek is the King of Hearts, and Kathy Bates is the Queen of Hearts, and that's really the most that you need to know because they're amazing. Go watch it. It's short. I think it's only like 4 episodes. It's a mini series.
I mean, Tim Curry was enough to sell me.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely a side character, but he's in there and he's fun. So
It's Tim fucking Curry. He is not a side character, no matter where he is.
true.
Fair.
He is pretty funny in it as like a. Anyway, it's fun. Go watch it. And that goes for all of you. Everybody would enjoy it, and it's short. For different reasons, everybody would enjoy it.
So it's not about the size, it's how good it is?
Yeah. In fact,
Oh, Mongo.
Alright, I'll nominate
Alpha.
ER.
None of these for me.
I can't nominate any.
deleted.
You will be deleted. Delete. Delete. Delete.
I see another soap opera.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna have to go for
definitely
Stargate
nominating that.
SG-1.
That's not even a question. Stargate gets up there.
This is a weapon of terror. It is meant to scare you. This is a weapon of war. It is meant to kill you.
Plus, of all the Stargates, SG-1 was the most fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's only, what, 4 of them?
Well,
the
there's
movie, Stargate SG-1, Stargate Universe, and Stargate Atlantis.
and Stargate Origins.
There was another one?
Yeah, it's new. It only came out like 3 years ago.
Oh, I missed that.
It's all about Catherine.
Where can I watch this?
Bounce
The question is, should you watch it? I mean, Atlantis kind of pandered out about halfway, and Universe, by all accounts, sucked.
I don't know. It depends on if you if you want to know more about Catherine. It didn't get great reviews. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet because every time it is somewhere that I can stream, by the time I get around to it, it disappears again.
You know what? The one thing that I mainly remember from Stargate, back when my father was around, was the fact that mail call would always precede it. Listen, it was a gunnery sergeant talking to you about mail from
It wasn't. It wasn't
for the
just.
show.
It wasn't just a gunnery sergeant. It was the gunnery sergeant.
Oh, that was Gunny?
Yeah, that was Arlie Ermy.
That was
I
Gunny.
didn't know that. I thought it was just someone doing an impression of him.
I
I
hope.
can't nominate any of these, and also, Mongo, your phrasing makes it sound like he went out to get milk and never came back. That's not what happened.
There's another soap opera among ours, and Mr. T is not enough for me to nominate the A-Team. No to any of these.
Cat Dog.
I nominate nothing.
I nominate Cat Dog.
You know, that doesn't fucking surprise me, Mongo. It's not getting seconded.
Passions is one of the ones that one of my babysitters used to obsessively watch and put us down for nap time, just so she had time to watch it.
That does not sound like a trusted or trustable adult.
That for me was all my children.
Why would that not be a trustable adult? She had a designated nap time in time for her soap opera. We had nap time anyway. Why not make it during the show you want to watch?
Yeah, that doesn't get any more babysitter than that.
I nominate none.
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 Deleted. Oh, we're already at 488, so we're making good progress here.
And you're getting lots of practice. I think I know the one you're laughing about. and
Invader
I'm going
Zim,
to
I
nominate
nominate
it.
the
Yes.
shit out of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Including the reboot.
Okay, that'll
Well,
be interesting.
Not reboot,
Extremely.
but continuation.
I nominate nothing else.
Everybody else agreed? Delete?
Delete.
Agreed. Delete it.
Delete it.
Deleted. Deleted.
Dilapidated. Dilapidated.
Sidelined. Star Wars: The Clone Wars.
Adventures.
Yeah. Tiny Toon
They're
Adventures.
rebooting that.
I nominate Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah.
They're rebooting that, and they are making them related. The entire cartoon fandom is in an uproar.
Hmm.
Because they're giving them some kind of romantic thing in the reboot.
Ooh.
People are big mad. They're like, but that's incest! No, they're not related this time. The entire, like... God, get Marina talking next time you see her about the cartoon fandom. It's wild.
Wait, so no one else for Clone Wars?
No.
You people suck.
Clone Wars sucks. Get real.
You can suck my ectoplasmic schwunstucker.
Do I even need to ask, Blue?
No.
Does it get a second?
Not
Nope.
for me.
God damn you both.
Sorry, I'm only judging.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, Star
Yeah.
Trek sucks.
We
Excuse,
can never be true friends.
excuse you. Say that again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I stand by my conviction silently.
Sons of Anarchy was absolutely fascinating to me in how ugly they managed to make very attractive men.
Wasn't Ron Perlman in
none
that?
of these, so no.
No, none for me.
I mean, I liked Ugly Betty, but I kind of petered after, like, season 3. Especially when she was no longer ugly.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows that get hard to watch after they kind of resolve a certain point. Like, I loved Castle until they actually stopped having the will they won't they romance and got together. It got so much less interesting once they were a couple.
Now,
Yeah, at that point, they were
Alright.
really just beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
there's two different white guys out there. The more well-known one is the ABC show involving water sports, but there's also a game show of that same name hosted by the guy who did Pressure Luck.
Alright, so I am nominating Highlander. It was campy, but it was damn good campy. Would love to see a remake, though.
no nominations.
I'm only judge, so I can't vote for it, but I would have seconded it. Because it was wild. The movies were terrible, though.
We don't talk about the
It
movies.
was okay.
We're
The
only talking about the
continuation movies were
Adrian
weird.
Paul TV show.
No nomination.
Yeah, there was the original movie, and then there was the surprise. He has a cousin who is also a Highlander, and we're gonna pass it along to him. That's the original TV show. And then the TV show continued with some weird movies, and the movies are really bizarre. So does that get a second, or is this all delete?
Not for me.
Ongo?
None from me.
Oh, fuck you both.
Promise. It's the least you can do if
No.
you're going to leave us.
Use
No.
cherry flavor.
Now I'm leaving you on red, bitch.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I can't believe people liked that '70s show enough to make a That's '90s show.
Wait, so they just skipped all the drugs. Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, yeah, and it's about their kids.
The Boondocks.
Merv Griffin, game show visionary, terrible talk show.
No, I will
nomination.
second the Boondocks. That show was ahead of its time for a lot of stuff.
I still love the fact that all the black people were played by white people, except for Uncle Ruckus. And then all the white people were played by black people.
That show was so meta.
Wild.
The
All right.
friggin' actor for Uncle Ruckus, no relation,
I
is
am
still so
shocked.
meta.
I'm shocked that there's no commentary about The Simpsons here with how long it's run.
Here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
actually
I
a fan.
haven't watched The Simpsons in decades.
I'm also not a fan.
Fair
I
enough. I
watched
haven't
it
watched it
because-
recently either.
My family
I don't
watched
think
it.
it's bad, but I'm just not a fan.
Like, I think it's
Like, if
gone
it's
for a
on,
while.
I'll tune into it, but I won't go looking for it, really. It's one of those ones someone else has to put it on for me, whether it's TikTok or TV.
Oh, I must
Alright, whose
nominate.
line?
Whose line?
Whose line?
Okay, but are we talking UK or American?
Both
American.
Both are great. I mean, I'll talk about any.
Oh.
I'll talk about
Oh,
any
here's the
incarnation.
question,
American
though.
Whose line? Doesn't
Here's
matter.
the question, though.
What?
Which Batman?
Classic. It'll.
I mean, the only
So,
one that's actually
the,
called Batman is Batman.
Yeah, there.
Which would have been
So
which
we're
would have been the
referring to
Adam
the,
West series.
Yeah. See,
Adam
Batman.
West, that's who I was thinking
See,
of.
Batman Beyond would be Batman Beyond. Batman the Animated Series is its own title. This is.
There's
This would
also
be
The Batman.
Yeah,
Actually,
the only
this is interesting because I also.
called just Batman is the Adam West one.
Correct. That's how I'm choosing to interpret this. This is the Adam West Batman.
This is highly interesting because I also want to nominate Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know,
top
so
of
do
Batman.
I.
I'm thinking season 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Only, if we're going by that.
First of all, did Batman get a second?
Yeah.
No. Oh. Wait, you
Batman?
both put it
Me
down?
and, me and Seth.
Who-
We
Yeah.
both
Who's
want to
Batman?
nominate Batman and Yu-Gi-Oh! Unfortunately.
Yeah. So.
Well, we just keep
So we have a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
choice here. We have
Shit,
a choice
man,
here.
now
We
what?
can save Yu-Gi-Oh for the next round.
I would say so.
Yeah, let's save Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it's still got 2 votes.
Yeah.
So we'll just put it off to the side for a moment.
Yeah. That's fine.
And now we begin the battles.
Wheel of Fortune. No question.
Blue's Clues.
Yeah. Test Kitchen goes bye bye.
I am voting Blue's Clues in that fight.
One
It was
and
an amazingly good TV show for what it was, and I respect the hell out of why the actor chose to leave the show.
I'm gonna have to go with Blue's Clues, honestly, and I love both shows.
Yeah,
Alright,
Varg. This is kind of our podcast series, so that's what you're gonna get out of it.
Stargator and
This one is really tough.
This is tough.
Both
Yeah, this
very
is
different
fucking-
flavors of space.
Jesus.
You know what? I'm gonna make this vote purely based on the fact that I got to meet Michael Shanks at a con once. Stargate.
And Jonan Vasquez is kind of a dick.
I think I'm gonna second Stargate.
Good, because I can't decide. Yeah, thank you.
All right, Tiny Toons or the Boondocks?
Tiny Toon.
Boondocks.
Mm,
I mean, I'm also going on the fact that I've never seen Tiny Toons.
Alright, I'm gonna go by the fact that one of these has just one of the most iconic lines of my lifetime.
Which one?
Tiny Toon Adventures.
Oh,
I gotta know what the line is. What do you
Water
think?
go down the hole.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that was Tiny Toons?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, he used to quote that when I was a
Alright,
toddler.
our Lord and Savior Colin Mockery wins. Goodbye.
Absolutely. Whose line?
Yep, I'm going with that, even though I've seen these shows almost equally. Let's be honest.
And I mean, Colin was on all three incarnations, so we don't even have to worry about that.
The ultimate
French
combination
erotic
of
film.
humans.
And
Yeah.
Just keep Colin, Ryan, and Wayne together. And
Yes,
magic.
Yeah, because it was always like Wayne's beautiful songs that were so ridiculous, and then Colin and Ryan being ridiculous.
They could just play off each other so well.
The cat!
I just liked all the skits.
Yeah, Colin and Ryan do the most, like complex stuff as far as the stories they're yarning together.
And like
the
it's
news.
improv.
And
They just mesh so well.
And the news, according to Colin, is one of my favorite things of all time when they do weird newscasters.
I like the party.
The party.
Like where you guess what's wrong with people as they come through.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Blue's Clues or Stargate? These are very different kinds of shows.
Yeah, but I'm still going Stargate.
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate.
Whose line?
These tunes are
Whose line?
again. So different.
Whose line?
Whose line? Whose line takes that bracket? And
Whose-
I cannot vote on this. I'm abstaining.
Whose line takes this one?
Stargate.
Well, now what?
We have to roll the die.
All right.
Well, doesn't
Now
Ben
let blue
So-
let blue vote at this point because now we have a this, a that, and an abstain.
Yeah, Blue. Be the deciding factor. Yay!
Oh wow, that was quick.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
all right.
volunteer myself as tribute.
For what? The next? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you only remember you only get 7 because we've got Yu-Gi-Oh up there.
This is not a problem.
Oh, just get on with it.
So let's see if we can get through these cards pretty fast, though. So let's go. They don't need to be neat. They just need to be readable.
Static Shock.
None.
Why am I the judge? Why am I the judge at this point?
Will you
Shut up.
shut that off?
Wonder Woman.
Static Shock is my vote.
Do you second?
Wonder Woman.
Do you second blue?
I only
No.
vote for Wonder Woman.
Okay. Well, nope. None. American
No.
Gladiators.
None.
Nothing.
None.
Pimp
Degrassi.
can go in fuck these.
None.
Man,
H.
Blue Bloods was really entertaining for like a season and a half, and then it was too many cops.
Yeah. Agreed.
Too
Good
many.
start.
Too many cops spoiled the drug bust.
Well, I mean, like, it was a show about cops, but it was a family of cops, and the kids trying to get out of it was kind of
None.
Man,
interesting.
Attack of the Show takes me back, but no, none. No.
No.
Um, Star Trek,
Star
obviously.
Trek, absolutely.
BattleBots.
Yeah. I second BattleBots as well.
And obviously Star Trek with nothing after it. We're talking the original series.
Yep.
Just in case somehow another Star Trek pops up.
Mr. Rogers.
Multiple
Mr.
have
Rogers.
already shown up. Wait, where's... Oh.
What'd you say,
But
Blue?
multiple have already shown up already.
I almost,
think
I
this was
almost,
pretty good.
I almost put Bachelor and fuck these. Almost.
None.
The Biggest Loser and fuck these, please.
Yeah, actually. Put that right fucking there.
Because statistically, those people got so fucked over. Most of them gained their weight back, and it was terrible.
No, I'm not going to
None.
vote at anything.
No, none.
I feel like I'm running the lightning round.
You are.
It's 'cause
Get
you
over
are.
it. Nope.
None.
No, I mean with how fast I'm putting them out.
Keep it going.
I didn't realize you put things out so fast.
Nope.
Countdown. Well, actually, which countdown is this? Probably not the British game show, right? Let me
Don't
see.
know any. Don't know either of them. Goodbye.
You are the weakest link.
That hasn't popped up yet.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, it would have been so awesome if it just popped up now.
Nope.
No. As much as I enjoy people's reactions when I talk like Beavis and Butthead, it's not enough to vote.
Firefly.
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 I'll shoot anyone who argues against it. Face Off is... Oh, wait, no, it probably has nothing to do with the film.
No, it doesn't. Also, I'm still glad we're not drinking to that.
Well, at least it wasn't. Oh, is that a TV show this time? This
Yeah.
time it was. That's definitely not related. See, slightly different.
Batman Beyond.
Beyond was fun, but it's also the worst mischaracterization of Batman in the universe.
Seconded, however. I also.
Well, what do you
vote-
mean by the worst mischaracterization?
No, actually, I'm not going to vote Bones because I hated that show really way.
Bones is another one that started strong and got bad.
Bones was good until
Once
they
you
couldn't
lost
write
Zach,
themselves.
it really died.
No, Bones went bad because they couldn't write around the main actress being pregnant properly and shoehorned that plot in horribly.
All right,
Although
it
I-
ended up
Moving
being
on.
a dream, right? Anyway, where's mischaracterization of Batman? So the problem I have with
Don't flip those yet.
Beyond is that Batman has like how many children? Like if you've been reading Wayne Family Adventures on Webtoon,
Wasn't it made
tells
before
you
most of those?
Yes.
Batman Beyond is Batman as an old man. Bruce Wayne
Yes,
is
but
old
wasn't
as
it
dirt.
made before all of those characters were made?
No, he had at least 5 of those kids in the comics when that cartoon was made.
Mhm.
And instead, they skipped all the way ahead into the future, made sure that all of his kids abandoned him so much that he ends up with some rando, basically, being Batman. And I thought that part was weird.
He's not a rando, and all those kids actually went up to do their own justice in different locations in order to further his legacy in their own way.
Yes, which
Yeah.
was not actually written that well, because he was still kind of like, they introduced him as basically Lonely Man in the Manor. I can't imagine the kids disappearing that hard on him.
Honestly, I can. Knowing with how often they write Batman, I can very easily see that he becomes the very recluse, bitter old man.
See, I see
Anyway.
the opposite. He's a very awkward loving father.
We
None.
put
Oh,
Ellen
these
in
are
fuck
crap.
this.
Really?
What?
Ellen goes.
Ellen goes to fuck these.
Oh yeah, the semi-recent scandal and the reason she canceled her TV show? Sure.
Details.
Basically it got pointed out because she was rude to finally an actor or actress, I can't remember which, who pointed it out and kind of made a fuss about it, that Ellen purposely like tortures and annoys her people that come on to the show, and then it turns
Yeah.
out that she's been mistreating her staff. Then all the staff spoke out, and then she conveniently decided to retire and cancel her show.
Doesn't surprise me in the least.
But are we
None of
naked and
those-
afraid?
Naked and Afraid.
Oh, it's a survival type show.
I'm going to nominate it or second it rather, just because of the title.
I'm not seconding it or firsting it. I'm just asking what the hell it is.
But no one for Transformers?
No.
It's a survival show where basically the contestants are literally left naked in the jungle.
And they put this on TV.
Yep.
It's on like season 16 or some shit.
And they're usually not survival experts.
Danny Phantom.
Danny
Yeah,
Phantom.
Thank you.
None.
No.
I refuse to touch a regular show. I do not want to like it.
I don't even know what it is.
You wouldn't like it.
I
Nothing
would.
here.
I've
Parks
seen
and
enough
Rec.
of it.
Parks and Rec goes fuck that, in my opinion.
Why?
It's basically The Office.
It is.
It's way
Yeah.
funnier though.
I did not
It's
find
The
it funny
Office,
at all.
but with a different theme for why everyone's together. Which is ironic because I work for Parks and Rec.
American Bandstand.
None.
None.
I liked How I Met Your Mother.
I heard the ending wrecked it, so I never watched it after that.
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
None.
Law and Order.
None.
The Slap. Shameless was... I struggled to get through Shameless.
I watched a single episode of Shameless with my mother, who was trying to convince me it was a good show to watch. And watching it with my mother felt so awkward because of how much weird shit happened on screen that I just couldn't get past it.
Robot.
I mean, the
First
drugs
of-
and sec.
First of all, none.
Dance moms can go and fuck this just on principle.
Agreed.
First of all, none. And second of all, blue. Jennifer Love Hewitt or Emmy Rossum?
I don't know who Emmy Rossum is.
Fiona in Shameless. The oldest
Oh, she's
child.
actually kind of hot.
Or
Okay, but I literally only watched one
Or
episode.
Christine in the Phantom Opera of the Opera.
Oh,
Or the
wow,
love-
that is her!
Or
Yes,
the love
it is
interest
her.
in The Day After Tomorrow. Take your pick.
I don't know The Day After Tomorrow.
You're fine.
Or wait,
Don't
yes I
worry.
do.
yeah, good enough.
But, does anyone second Robot Chicken? Please, someone?
No.
No.
Well, damn.
Now you know how I felt.
I also know how the Trekkies felt. They deserve it.
Say that again.
You deserve everything
Sabrina.
that happens to you.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Melissa Joan Hart,
Sabrina.
Sabrina. Oh hell yeah.
Well, we're going by OG standard every time, but, it's your move
Star Trek.
versus the
Star
final
Trek.
frontier.
I'm not even gonna bother voting because I'm outvoted on that one.
Wise choice.
I could not care. I don't think there's anything wrong with Star Trek. I just don't care.
Mr. Rogers.
Okay, so do we want oil, electricity, death, and monstrosities, or the most wholesome shit ever?
Mr.
Mr.
Rogers.
I think
Rogers.
I'm gonna vote against Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, knowing full well that makes that semi-final bracket up there extremely difficult.
Okay, I
Firefly.
absolutely love both of these shows, but I know which one I vote for.
Firefly.
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 Yeah, we all
Should
know
have
it.
gotten a proper ending. Serenity doesn't count.
Sabrina.
Serenity was an okay ending, and the comics made up for a lot.
Sabrina.
You never
Sabrina.
include the comics.
Okay, now
Danny,
the
I'm sorry.
thing about Sabrina the Teenage Witch, as we're talking about attractive women, is I don't find Melissa Joan Hart attractive at all. But I did find, I always get the ants mixed up.
Yeah, no, I know. There was a
Not-
more attractive ant.
not the kind of stupid one, but the kind of prim and proper one who had like
Yeah.
yeah.
Her.
I think that was Aunt Zelda.
I'm pretty sure that was
Am
Aunt
I the
Zelda.
only
Yeah.
one whose favorite character was
Beth,
Salem?
Beth Broderick.
No, because
No.
Salem was a
No,
great
Salem was
character.
the best character of all. We're just talking about who was the most attractive.
Beth Broderick. Zelda.
Yeah. She's in an episode of Leverage as like a crazy newscaster, and it's really funny.
Honestly, Star Trek and Mr. Rogers is the true final here, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's
my
the
vote-
final frontier, or will you be my neighbor?
My vote
Star
is to
Trek.
be his neighbor.
Star Trek. I gotta go Star Trek.
And the Trekkies shall have their day in hell. Firefly and Sabrina.
Doesn't matter. Star Trek's winning.
Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly.
Firefly.
Because Sabrina had that weird college season.
Ugh.
I'm
And
sorry.
I can live with
Firefly.
And I'm
Serenity.
still gonna need an official vote here.
Star Trek.
Firefly.
Star Trek.
I was gonna say you're not. There's no way you're hesitating on this.
Only
Yeah,
for
no. That was an unfortunate
Alright.
waste of our time once Star Trek got chosen.
True enough.
We could have just deleted everything else because there was no way you were going to vote against Star Trek.
And if TNG shows up while I'm doing this, I'm gonna be really pissed.
So who's
I
judging?
hope it does.
I am.
Didn't it show up the last week?
TNG. I don't think
TNG?
so.
I'm pretty sure it did.
None.
TNG would have won its bracket.
Wait, the Muppet Show, like the new one?
No, the old.
No, the original
Original.
one, which I didn't watch enough of to have an opinion.
Also, fuck you, Trekkies.
If you,
You know, this means we're never going to be able to be friends.
if you persist with that fucking nonsense,
I like the new films. Addams Family.
Scrubs.
Penn and Teller.
Scrubs
Wow,
and
does
Penn
any-
and Teller.
all right. So that's a second for Penn and Teller. I've not heard one for Scrubs or Adam's Family.
What is Hell on Wheels? I'm kind of afraid to ask.
Don't know, don't care.
Does it involve Flavortown?
Probably not.
No, I don't. All right. So we got one, and
Move your
guys
hand.
your hands are everywhere, people.
Keep your
Well,
hand.
yeah, keep mine off to
No
the side,
Gossip
and
Girl. I don't know
none of
anything
these.
else of these. What is
I
Three's
didn't-
Company?
I did enjoy Pop-Up Video.
Another sitcom. Three's Company, that is.
What's Nova?
It means you don't go anywhere. Oh, banana
Nope.
pajamas.
No.
None.
Are you trying to see if you can get through this faster than Mago?
Nope.
Well, I mean, I could,
None.
no doubt.
Young Justice and 24.
Whoop, whoop,
Oh
whoop.
no!
Alright, hold up.
Over enthusiastic deleting there.
Oops. Alright, we're back here
Young
now.
Justice and 24 are my votes.
I vote none.
None.
Young Justice is essentially the newest Teen Titans that we deserve.
Yeah, I didn't like it. Oh, Sesame Street.
None.
Sesame Street.
No, I'll vote Sesame Street.
Okay, there's one. Oh, jeez, you talk about different shows.
Yeah. But they're both educational in their way.
Indeed.
They are.
Ooh.
How
It
it's
is very.
made.
Yeah, how it's made.
How it's made.
Weird suit.
How it's made. Is that the movies like Mystery Science Theater?
No, it's literally the documentation of how something is created. Like, literally, like the production of it.
Nothing.
Monk!
I'm
Never
gonna say
watched Monk.
Gilligan's Island.
Nothing has gotten any seconds.
You gotta stop doing that.
I know, I know. The problem is I'm hovering over the fucking deck, too. Alright, so where were we? I need to remember not to hover over the deck.
Ha!
Up!
Castle and Gotham.
None. Castle got weird in Gotham. I lasted like half.
Castle did get weird, so I'm gonna say none.
Okay.
Did we get Seinfeld
Wait,
at
what?
the time?
We got Seinfeld
We did.
twice.
We got Seinfeld
And-
twice. Does that get another entry in?
No, it's already in there.
By your
You
own
can leave that
rules,
one.
no.
And 90210 is the reboot that we were talking about.
The Today Show. That's the one with Jon Stewart that then switched to the new guy.
Yeah.
Did like Jon Stewart. Not
Yeah,
sure
I
about the
love
new guy.
I love Jon Stewart. Man's a goddamn treasure.
So are we... Actually,
On-
you guys are thinking
Going
of the...
under the premise it's Today Show with Jon Stewart, I will vote for it.
let me double check.
I will second Jon Stewart.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure you guys are thinking of the Tonight Show.
Oh yeah, you're right. Today's Show's a different thing. Get rid of it.
Tonight Show, Jon
Yeah.
Stewart.
Which
Oh,
one's the Today
no.
Show?
Oh no, Jon Stewart is the Daily Show. The
The
Today
Daily Show.
The Today
Dale's
Show
getting
is
Day and Daily.
the Today Show is NBC's Good Morning America.
Who's that?
don't
Who
care.
is that?
Who's which? The Today Show?
Yeah, who hosts it?
Currently, I don't know.
Julie Chen, Sharon Osbourne. Let me look. The Today Show. Am I thinking of someone totally different? No, this might be. No, hold on. The Today Show hosts. Savannah Guthrie, Jenna Bush Hager. I'm thinking of a totally different show then, but it is not Jon Stewart. Yeah, whatever. So none of these, knowing that that's not Jon Stewart?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, because I clicked out. There we go.
The Today Show used to be hosted by Carson Daly.
Apparently.
None.
Supernatural.
I can't vote for Supernatural because I haven't watched past season 8 because it got too stupid.
Okay.
Agreed.
I would
And
that we should just cut it off at season 8.
No, we have to count the entire show.
and there goes one of my game shows.
Clarissa explains it all.
None.
I was going to say, how much more Melissa Joan Hart do we want?
I didn't like Clarissa as much as I like Sabrina, so no second.
Hmm.
So looking back, her friend that kept climbing in the window with a ladder, very creepy.
Hmm.
Magic School Bus.
Oh,
No.
hell yeah. Magic School Bus. It gets up there. I don't care.
Thank you. Old folks
Miss
unite.
Frizzle is like goals. Her
Is that
outfits
true?
and her magic.
I could see you cosplaying Miss Frizzle.
Wait,
would-
so
Play her. I would just wear her dresses.
why is the school bus magical?
None.
Have you never
'Cause
watched?
she's a
the
witch.
Have you never watched the show?
It's a show?
That's
Are you doing this to bait your brother?
What?
he's doing this for the same reason he's trying to bait you and me.
There were no shows I wanted to vote on that.
How about these?
Same thing with
None.
this.
None.
Boy Meets World.
None.
I would have voted for Dallas. and subsequently been not seconded. So, well, look what we
None.
have here.
None.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I'm gonna say
Tales from the
none.
Crypt for kids.
That's yeah. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. Some of those episodes still haunt me.
Like in the same way that Goosebumps is Stephen King's for kids.
Yeah,
So, no second.
I'll second. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay,
I don't remember enough of it.
that is 5.
That episode where they're lost in a mall and then it turns out to be a pinball machine still haunts me. I don't know why. It's a weird episode to haunt you, but it haunts me.
Tales from the Crypt.
The perfect friggin' opponent.
Not seconding it. So
Are you, Mongo?
I will.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I will second it if only because the opportunity must be taken.
Yeah, you don't get to see that very much.
No, none of these.
2.5 Men. Actually, you know what? That should go in the fuck these.
I agree. Fuck these.
Don't get me wrong, I love the show. I honestly did.
Then why are you saying fuck these?
Because I know Charlie Sheen.
Uh huh.
Not in person, but I know of him.
Right, and none of the others?
No, Undercover Boss was a good premise, but it quickly got stale. And a lot of the changes they made never got like fully put into effect or kept.
I can only deal with so much bullshit from bad human beings.
I'm pretty sure it was mostly just publicity stunts.
It was. Despite the fact that we know someone who was on Hollywood Squares, none of these.
None.
None.
Who's that?
Our aunt, our uncle's wife, actually was on it and won a car.
Oh, as a contestant.
Yeah, she was a contestant on it.
Who was the host? Bergeron or Davidson?
I don't know.
Okay, more to the point. When was it?
Also couldn't tell you. It was probably like early in the show.
Our aunt and uncle that live not too far from us.
The ones in the city, yes.
Yeah,
None of
Davidson.
these.
Yeah, Davidson would have.
Folks, in case you're wondering, we're Italian, so specifying without being very specific is a little difficult.
Yeah, Davidson would have been in the 80s. Bergeron would have been in the 2000s.
That would have been Bergeron.
Okay.
Agent
Cougar
Carter.
Town.
I never saw Cougar Town. I wanted to. Agent Carter didn't get enough of a run, unfortunately.
Yeah, but what was there was still fun.
You know what? Yeah, I'll nominate Agent Carter.
Okay. And none of the others?
Nope.
And
I loved Cougar Town.
down goes another game show.
Okay, Cougar Town sounds like something about older women trying to flirt with younger guys. Is that what it is,
Not
or is it completely
quite.
different?
It is older women, but it's... I'm trying to think of a show. It's kind of like Friends, but the characters are all middle-aged.
And there's no Ross.
And the two main female characters, which... Actually, if I think about it, one of the stars from Friends was in Cougar Town as a main star. But the main joke between them is each one has their own wine glass. And one of them, the wine glass, is literally like a 40-ounce bucket. But a wine glass. That size.
Yeah, I believe you're referring to Courtney Cox, who did both shows.
Yes. She is amazing and wonderful.
How about this?
None.
None.
Miami Vice got an NES game.
Iron Chef America.
Iron Chef America.
Arrow.
Does Arrow get a second?
No.
No.
Okay, well, that's 8. Here we go. Penn and Teller bullshit, Sesame Street. Go.
Penn and Teller.
Sesame Street.
Ooh, Sesame Street.
How did that second feel, Blue? Of having to decide from the middle.
I was trying to decide between wholesome and not so wholesome.
How it's made, Magic School Bus.
Magic School Bus.
Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
With the frizz? No way.
I'm so impressed that you know that. Here's the fun
You
one.
seriously didn't read through it before?
Are you afraid of...
Here's the tough one.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Maybe less tough than we thought.
Tales from the Crypt was a good
I think
show.
I gotta go
I'm
with
not
Are
gonna
You
lie.
Afraid of the Dark because I like things that get kids into... Or I like gateway shows.
Gateway shows.
Well, I can't call it a drug because you're not injecting it. No matter how much some people wish they can.
Except
You don't
are,
have to inject drugs. You can also eat them.
and you can also
Well, technically, food itself is a drug.
you
so,
can also stare
yeah.
at you can
Regardless.
also stare at them.
Alright, this one's actually a little tough for me. Because on one hand, God, Haley is hot. God, that woman is attractive. On the other
Yeah, I
hand,
met her. She smelled really nice.
that she did.
Because
I
that's what we all immediately go for.
You don't?
But on the other
I
hand,
am
I
a
have
woman who's
met-
impressed by other women's perfumes.
I mean,
I
I
have
actually
met an
just let the
Iron Chef.
perfume influence me subconsciously.
I have eaten at 3 different Iron Chef's restaurants.
And
And I
Namely
really
Bobby Flay.
enjoy Alton Brown's hosting.
He's really funny in person.
Oh, hold on, no. Forget
He is
Alton
not a
Brown,
fan
the
of him.
original host. He was wonderful.
What are you talking about? Iron Chef America was hosted by Alton Brown.
And is still with the new Netflix series.
Wait, hold on. What was the one that had the Japanese guy?
Iron
Regular
Chef.
Iron Chef.
That was just regular Iron Chef? I thought that was Iron
Yes.
Chef America.
No.
No, so there was
Iron-
Iron Chef hosted by a Japanese guy, and then his nephew or whatever was the theoretical, like, what did they call him in Iron Chef America?
Mark Damascus, I think. His character, the chairman, is the nephew
The chairman.
of the chairman from Iron Chef.
But
They
he's not
decided
the
when
host.
Bobby Flay went on Iron Chef, lost, then went back on again and won, that there was enough of an appeal to bring the show to America. They put Alton Brown as host, got Mark Dacascos, as the chairman, and then Bobby Flay and Morimoto, who had been an Iron Chef on the original series, both signed on. Fun
Yeah.
fact, neither one of them has the
You
highest
might
winning
be thinking
ratio.
of the chairman, but Alton Brown was the actual host.
The
Yeah.
chairman is who I'm thinking of, then.
The chairman is just the guy presiding over the entire event.
The guy who always takes a bite out of the apple in the beginning.
Also, incidentally,
I'm just referring to whoever is the Hajime! Or, sorry,
Yes,
LA
that-
Cuisine.
Yes, that is the chairman, but that's just the chairman.
incidentally, Mongo, you know how there's a Ninja Warrior and an American Ninja Warrior? This is kind of the
There
same.
is?
This is kind of the same.
There's a
concept
TV
here.
show of that?
I quit. Moving on.
Anyway, I vote Iron Chef.
All right, that's Iron Chef then. Sesame Street, Magic School Bus, two
Magic
much
School Bus.
more closely similar.
Magic School Bus.
Yeah.
With the frizz? No way.
Back to
Iron
distinctly
Chef.
different.
Iron Chef.
Now, is this a hard decision?
Not for me.
Okay.
I vote Iron Chef.
I vote the frizz.
Okay,
Well, see,
Blue.
the thing is, both of them were educational in their own ways. It's just food
How-
science is infinitely appealing to me.
How are you?
Remind me how I do this?
All right, so you know how you've been flipping 4 cards at once? Do the same thing around this and mash R until you're ready to let it drop.
Okay. Who said Magic School Bus?
Aye.
Evens or odds?
Evens.
Wait, why is it sitting stationary like that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
that's
she's
a little
pressing
bit.
F.
Magic School Bus.
She didn't.
Well-
yeah, it wasn't really a roll.
Here, let me. Well, that's.
You gotta press R.
It turned.
Wait, were you?
And it was a nat 20.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm
say
sorry.
that's
He called
mine.
evens for Magic School Bus, so
Yeah.
you got a 20 and a 4. It's Magic School Bus.
I think that's why though you were mashing F instead of R. R will get you this effect here, whereas F will just get you that. Which I mean,
Yeah,
I guess works
got
if you
evens
mash
for
it.
the same. You just got evens like for the third time. We
Yeah.
already have a winner.
Yeah. Which I mean, if you mash it fast enough, gets you something other than a true flip. So I mean, whatever.
Who's
And that
Jeff?
just leaves one person to do the finale.
That would be me.
Finale. We still have a
Finale.
little.
Well,
We still have a little time here. And
I mean, I'm more referring to when we start doing the Tournament of Champions.
oh yeah,
Regardless.
Oh, we were
two more to go.
we were
there.
looking for
We
what?
need one. We need one
16
more.
and 8.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
None.
None.
And I mean, if we keep finding blocks that are all shit shows, then we'll get through this.
Yeah, I mean we're already down to 250 almost.
And we're going at 4 a pop.
None.
None.
Gravity Falls.
And Nikita's a reboot, just to clarify.
A
It is, but
reboot of what?
goddamn, they are.
La Femme Nikita.
And both had really attractive women.
Peter Wilson and Maggie Q. Both very
Man
hot.
from Uncle. Okay, this is a legitimate one. This is a legitimate one, but The Man from Uncle is a TV show?
I'm
Was
going
that
to.
the only Teen Wolf, or was there another Teen Wolf?
The only Teen Wolf TV show is the one that was on MTV. Teen Wolf was originally a movie with Michael J. Fox.
I'm going to second Teen Wolf for the sole reason of making Blue happy.
It's terrible. I hate it and I love it at the same time. And they just put out a movie on Paramount Plus that even the fans refused to watch. It was so bad.
I have no affinity to it. I'm just doing a friend a favor.
But like the first 3 seasons were really fun.
Rocco's
Steve
Modern
Mongo.
Life.
Original
Iron
Iron
Chef.
Chef is there.
Which actually I've been watching as background noise on
You get a card! You get a card! Everybody gets a card!
Are you voting for Oprah Winfrey, or are you just making commentary and wasting our time?
delete.
Voting for
I'm
Oprah.
voting on Rocco, unless nobody seconds. A male name for you, Varg, is a female name for us. Traditionally.
What?
I have a guy in chat. I've been saying that.
Yes, but what did you say that got that reaction?
Goosebumps.
He says, I love how in OG Nikita they wanted a Russian name for the girl and they picked the male name Nikita.
Yeah, well,
It's not a male name here.
Well, I mean, in America, Sasha's a female name.
Sasha can be either gender.
In America,
Anybody
it's mostly
voting
No
on
considered
vote.
female.
No vote.
That's not true.
I voted
There's
for
what's his face?
Goosebumps.
Sasha Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah, and
Correct.
no nomination.
So Sasha.
Okay,
can
there
be
was
in
nomination.
America.
There was just no seconding. If anyone was listening to me.
Okay, no confirmation then. Either way, delete.
Can Jerry Springer go and fuck
Oh,
these?
hell yeah.
Yes, and that'll give us enough to do a fuck these round.
None.
no votes.
No, none.
Ah.
You hit G instead of F.
Alright, remember, OG Bewitched, and I believe the UK IT crowd was first.
Yeah, none.
There's an American IT
Bewitched?
crowd?
The IT crowd is
Yes.
both versions of the IT crowd are far too close to reality. No vote.
Yeah.
Bewitched. That's the
Except
one
for that ending.
where she wiggles her nose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Bewitched Classic, they decided to switch out her husband without any commentary.
Oops.
Really?
Oh, must have Pokemon, but I hate how the card has it written.
Yeah.
Hold on. Actually, someone look that up. See if they actually are referring to a different show.
They're not.
They're not.
I guarantee you they're not.
Community.
The actual spelling has that,
I
whatever you want to call it.
actually say Community belongs in fuck these.
Community.
Why?
Damn it, what was his name? Rush Limbaugh? Or no, not Rush Limbaugh. Damn it, what was his name? Give me a sec here, I'll look it up.
Does anybody second?
He was in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
But
That is a completely different show. What are you talking
I
about?
still don't get what you're.
The actor was in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You have to name him in order to make that stick.
You mean Chevy Chase? The one they kicked out of Community and didn't have him come back?
Yeah, but they had him for a long time.
Yeah, before everything came out. I don't think that's a reason to go and fuck
no,
these.
if they had kept him after that came out, I would say yes. But I'm going to veto that on the fact that they took the corrective action they were supposed to.
Yeah, it's not Community's fault. Do we get a second for Pokemon?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Is there a second for Community?
No.
No.
Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but no. It actually lost me around season 5, which was the final season, if I recall correctly. But Troy and Ahmed in the morning was a wonderful thing. The Prison
No.
Break.
No. Knots Landing had the reject Ewing. I can't stand behind that.
The reject what?
Ewing. The Dallas is about this oil tycoon family, and the banished brother basically got his own
Fresh
series,
Prince.
which was Knots Landing.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh
I'll
Prince.
second.
I'll third.
And I'm saying that as someone who's barely seen it. I'm voting for it.
Yeah, can't blame Fresh Prince for what Will Smith decided to do later in life.
What? Have a weird
Listen, Fresh Prince was
with
his golden
wife
years.
and be dramatic and then punch a guy who it sounds like he deserved it?
He did. And I agree with the fact that he slugged Chris Rock because I don't like Chris Rock anyway. But whatever cancel culture they decided to put on him is no reflection of Fresh Prince.
None.
None.
Honestly, Chris Rock deserved an awful lot worse.
What does he do again besides beat his wife?
Elementary!
Wait, what?
Elementary. Didn't Chris Rock beat his wife?
No, that was Chris Brown.
You're thinking of Chris Brown.
I will also vote for Torchwood and the Powerpuff Girls.
I would like to vote for Torchwood, but I actually never saw it.
I will second Powerpuff Girls for one specific reason that I'll mention during the bracket.
Him?
In fairness, I would have also voted Torchwood, but I can't.
Torchwood was a lovely, lovely extension of Captain Jack Harkness as long as you ignore the American season. When, what was it, Cinemax?
Alright, I'm nominating Person of Interest for a Fuck These.
I don't know anything about it.
Why?
The main actor is, we'll just say, a terrible human being.
Who's the main
Really?
actor?
What's his name off the top of my head? I don't remember. Just like Jim something.
I don't know if I can vote based on not giving the name.
Jim Caviezel.
Don't even know him, to be honest.
Put it this way, he's a die-hard wearer of a certain red hat.
He played Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. And he was just in Sound of Freedom, which is that horrible movie about child trafficking.
Yeah, he wanted to be in it specifically because he's also a QAnon person.
Wait, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Red Hat?
I'll second
Yeah.
Person of Interest over there.
Yeah, put
He's
it there.
apparently a lunatic.
I nominate Truth or Consequences.
Is that like Truth or Dare, but without dares?
Not quite.
Set when
It's
you
a-
get a chance.
It's a game
Text
show
me
that's
the meaning of that Red Hat thing.
it's a game show that's better explained by watching. Not that it matters, it won't get a second. I think
Alright.
these are toss, yeah. We're near the 200 mark, which is only 50 more blocks once we get there. None. Eurovision's kind of tanked in recent.
Why we started discussing Jennifer Love Hewitt? Why is it here again?
That's a great question. I can't answer.
I hate these decks have dupes.
Movie one did too.
Yeah, none of these. Not all European music is good. Family Matters.
None.
None.
Admittedly, only because the guy who played Steve Urkel also played Sonic the Hedgehog in the first 3 cartoon series. Nope.
Nope.
I'd like to say Band of Brothers, but I can't.
Well, you can, just won't take traction. Hot in Cleveland is essentially Golden Girls 2.0.
Malcolm in the Middle?
None.
None.
All right. We are under 200, folks.
Way. In younger years, I would have said Ed, Ed, and Eddie, but I don't think it aged well.
It didn't.
I
No.
still do.
Of course you do.
Fair.
You're still in your 20s. The rest of us are old with very different tastes now.
I don't.
Time.
None of
Ed,
them.
Ed and Eddie is definitely one of those shows I don't want to rewatch because I feel like it will just be a disappointment to my memories.
So nothing.
I've re-seen it. It
None.
mostly holds up to me.
Like is still funny.
You dare insult the son of a shepherd?
There's
Okay.
the Daily Show.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, stick
That-
him up there.
What about the Flintstones?
Put John
Wait,
Stewart
the
up
Fugitive
there.
was a TV show?
That's 8, in case anyone's still counting. And also Flintstones.
Okay, that's 2 for Flintstones then.
Does anybody ever remember the live-action Flintstones movie?
Yep.
You mean,
Somehow.
You mean the regrettable one starring Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah.
And John Goodman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
I mostly just remember John Goodman, honestly.
Jesus, what a time to be alive.
All right.
Brain
None.
games. Brain
Well,
games
wasn't
is
that
2.
the same era as Mario?
Somewhere around there, but let's get on with it.
I liked specifically the Robin Williams episode of Inside the Actor's Studio, but nothing else of it. None.
It was an interesting
I wish-
concept, but 90% of them were boring.
Yeah.
I wish Numsy was able to vote because I know where he would put his.
On none of these.
Not even the voice? I thought you liked the voice.
I once did, but it got Haven't
What,
watched
did
in
it
a long
start
time.
becoming
Why do we-
American Idol?
I mean, why do we need The Voice when we have American Idol? Not that American Idol is my favorite ever, but my point being, we
I
don't
mean,
need
it
more.
became American Idol. It wasn't
The
American Idol.
voice
to
gives
begin
you
with.
just a different perspective on things. That's really all it is.
We don't need more than one singing show on the air. At
All
any
right,
given
I'm
time.
putting. I'm making executive decision on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
A Fox News talk show, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it can burn.
Well, there's Last Man Standing. I'm
Yeah, I vote
nominating-
for it.
I'm not nominating it, but there it is.
I am.
I still have no idea what that is, so I am.
It's another Tim Allen sitcom.
It's kind of like Home Improvements, but he works at a sporting's good or at a Dick's essentially.
It's not nearly as good.
No, the humor was not as good. So none. Got
None.
it.
No.
Good Eats!
Cake Boss started strong.
Do we have a second for Good Eats?
No.
All this talk about Alton Brown and none of you like the OG?
I can't vote.
I don't
We're already up there
remember
already.
it.
Oh,
I
we're gonna
never-
fix that, child.
I didn't really participate in the Iron Chef discussion aside from the mock Mongo on Japan versus America version.
Good Eats is spectacular. It will teach you very much about basic cooking and all the science behind
Or I
it.
remember about it, but like I don't remember it.
I watched
on
Good Eats
Discovery
like
Plus.
3 days ago.
And I have Discovery Plus. You have my
I've got a
password.
list.
I fell
Yeah.
asleep to Good Eats almost every single night in college because it played again on Food Network at like 2 a.m. and
All right.
that's
So what I'm hearing is that there's heathens among us, and they all deserve punishment.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I am very much thinking that in for other reasons.
Desecrate the name of Alton Brown.
We haven't seen TNG or Voyager yet. None.
none.
Both of those at least have got to be in this deck.
Mongo, your homework is to watch at least a couple episodes of Good Eats this weekend.
Not season
I
1.
guarantee
They're
nothing.
very old. Pick a season like 3 or after.
I guarantee nothing.
Oh boy. Bill Nye
Bill
the
Nye.
Science Guy.
They
for
made a
sure.
TV show?
Yeah, they got a pro wrestler to play Mario, and god damn it, I have to nominate it.
No,
That's okay, I'm
it
nominating
was
nothing.
terrible.
All right. Teen Wolf versus Pokemon.
I'm
Well,
gonna...
do you want to deal with the
Pokemon has
furries
a
or do
better
you want to deal
storyline.
with the furries?
What?
Oh, you sick fucker.
Are you seriously going on a furry tangent here?
No,
That's
I'm
not-
just pointing
No,
out.
I missed the first part of the sentence. Repeat it.
I
Yes, do you
said,
wanna go
do
with
you
the
want to
furries
deal
or
with
the
the
furries?
furries or do you want to deal with the furries?
Teen Wolf does not have that many furries. It's all people who definitely have a werewolf fetish, which is slightly different and furry adjacent, but not furries.
Yeah, that's more in the realm of just straight up monster fucker.
Okay, I feel like I have to ask, how is it only adjacent?
So
Because
when
it's
you go and you
monster
look at
fucker.
actual Teen Wolf stuff, there's two different kinds of stuff that you'll find. There's stuff where they're just a werewolf, and there's stuff where they're actual like full transformation wolves, and you can tell it's a furry because they usually go full transformation wolves.
Your developing years were fun, weren't they?
By what years?
Developing.
I don't understand.
Your childhood.
Yes, I still don't understand. Isn't childhood supposed to be fun? I've
I
been
don't know, you dug this whole
Since
child
I
out.
was
I'm not helping you out
11.
here.
more than
So-
half of my life has been around these crazy people who write fan fiction, and Teen Wolf was very in depth, and I'm still friends with most of those people. That's why I know the TV.
I know, that's why I'm saying your years were fun.
Yes,
Okay, so
but they were in my childhood years. I'm older than you. Teen Wolf was very recent.
this is true. Teen Wolf is not even 20 years old. I
It's not even 10 years old.
was gonna say it's very young.
Really?
Anyway,
I thought I was younger than it.
can we vote, please? I know we have one Teen
I
Wolf.
honestly don't know because I have a lot of like shaded beliefs in Pokemon after season 3.
Okay, Teen Wolf started in 2011, so it is actually 10 years old, but it didn't end 10 years ago. It had 6 seasons. So it's a little older than I thought, but not that old.
It still can't even get its learner's permit yet.
Mongo, will you finish?
Meanwhile, Pokemon is literally got, I don't know, someone name a milestone.
Pokemon
Has it had
can
its
rent a
prostate
car.
checked yet?
Are you about?
I remember getting taken out of school early in middle school to go see the first Pokemon movie, and somewhere here in this house, I still have a Pokeball with a golden Mew card.
Mm-hmm.
If it's in
Seth,
good
do you want to
condition,
bring
can
up
get
your
some money for
collection?
that. No. I would like to hear votes.
TV show wise, Pokemon's probably the better show because Teen Wolf, even though I love most of it, is terrible.
All right,
See,
so
I've got to
Pokemon-
actually go for Teen Wolf because the later seasons of Pokemon.
Pokemon.
All
Yeah,
right.
the later seasons of Teen Wolf, season 4 through 6, and apparently the movie are terrible.
Okay, well, Fresh Prince versus Elementary.
Yeah, well, friggin' Ash will never age, even though he's finally getting replaced.
Fresh Prince because of Uncle Phil.
Elementary, best version of Sherlock I can think of, just because he's
Yeah.
actually.
Also,
Okay, if only because you just said that, I have to now go with Bel BBC had the best version.
I
No,
actually,
'cause Benedict Cucumber Patch is an asshole, and
Wow.
and season 3 of the BBC version was awful.
Actually, on Fresh Prince, I have second degree exposure to James Avery. My mother actually met him once.
Nice.
See,
My vote for Elementary relies on the fact they have the hottest Moriarty of the entire franchise.
That is true. They
Well,
do have the hottest Moriarty.
Difficult to have challenged.
That's
See,
not true. There have been other attractive Moriartys. This is
Yes, but none of them have been hot.
That's all a matter of personal taste.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
all a
happen
matter
to
of
find
personal
Natalie
taste.
Dormer infinitely attractive.
BBC
you
Moriarty
guys,
is way more attractive than Sherlock.
do you guys remember how my mother was a teacher, right?
Yes.
1996.
Really? You don't say.
James Avery's niece was actually one of my mother's students, and in lieu of her parents,
Wow.
he actually came in to have parent-teacher conference with my mother. Very, very, very nice gentleman, from what she told me.
I will see that and match that with a friend of mine actually worked with Jesse Eisenberg's sister, who was a substitute teacher at the middle school she worked at the time,
Oh,
because they went to that school.
neat.
Powerpuff Girls and The Daily Show.
These are so different.
I promised a reason when we got to this point.
Go with it.
Mojo Jojo.
I knew it. I knew it was Mojo Jojo. Not a bad reason. Mojo Jojo was one of the two best villains that entire show, the other being him.
Yeah, him would have been my second choice villain.
I'm gonna have to vote with the Powerpuff Girls because it makes me feel better, and Jon Stewart genuinely tells me the truth and rips up people in a funny way, but it's still depressing because it's the news.
Bill,
Okay,
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. I have a weird question because every time I talk about Bill Nye, I have to ask this question because some people just don't remember the show. Who else watched Beekman's Place?
Oh my God.
That
takes
repressed
me
memories.
back.
Repressed memories. I forgot about that.
Holy
Beekman's
shit.
Place with the giant rat?
Yeah, he did.
It was like Bill Nye, but weird. And I don't know if you guys ever read it, but in the newspaper, Beacon's Place had like a little kids section with kids science, so it was also a newspaper thing.
Yes, I remember this.
Which is pretty
Bongo
cool.
wasn't even able to comprehend the word reading when that happened.
Okay, I was
Reading.
comforted that other people have seen Beacon's Place and remember the giant rat man that was
Yes.
on a TV show for children.
All right. So Pokemon versus Will Smith and Friends.
Oh, and interestingly enough, if you guys didn't know this, Beekman actually came before Bill Nye the Science Guy by about a year.
Wow.
Interesting. That guy. I guess because Bill Nye was actually a science guy and Beekman was like an actor with silly experiments for kids.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Pokemon.
All right, Will. Your freshness.
You just
ran
weren't
out.
fresh enough.
All right, and now Powerpuff Girls versus Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
Powerpuff.
Powerpuff.
That's going to make this incredibly interesting, I think.
I've cosplayed Powerpuff Girls. I actually
Which
found
one?
pictures today. I was Blossom.
That fits.
Yeah, which actually surprised me when I saw that picture because I would have expected Bubbles just on the color
No.
of the dress.
No, because that's only because you never met my roommate Laura.
Yeah.
Laura is basically Bubbles.
So she wore the blue dress.
Yes.
Who was your buttercup?
Wait, so did she ever feed a baby hamburger meat?
Huh?
What?
No one gets that episode?
She did talk to squirrels. But no, and Laura was already blonde, so it worked out because she was basically Bubbles and didn't need a wig.
Who was your buttercup?
My girlfriend at the time, Janella, who conveniently had short dark hair.
I was gonna say that's one of two people I would pick to embody Buttercup among people I know. The other being Marissa.
Yeah. Except Marissa's too tall.
Yeah, but has the big fuck you fight me energy.
Yeah. This was when Janella was way less depressed.
Uh, oh, god damn. Um,
We have 1-1, right?
Okay, if you have to give a justification, you have to do it in Mojo Jojo style.
who, me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not justifying Powerpuff Girls over Pokemon, sorry.
I will.
I didn't say you had to justify it in a particular way. I just said you had to do it in Mojo Jojo style. Either way.
Alright, so I heard 2 Powerpuff Girls.
I haven't done that voice in a long, long time.
Boring.
Oh.
No fun.
Powerpuff Girls for the win. And now...
We have enough.
Yes, we do. Hold on.
Are we doing a fuck you group, or
Hold
are we
on,
doing
hold
the
up,
chance?
hold up. Wait,
I believe we have enough in both.
Wait just a minute. Flip it over and then do the shuffly shuff.
Is it my turn to be the judge?
Can be.
If you want to.
Well, we were kind of going around. I think I'm next in line.
I don't even know.
Alright, here we go.
Actually, this is just going to
We
be
did
everybody
start with
anyway.
her.
This is going to be everybody anyway, so I'll just do this and it's not going to count for anything. Friends, King of Queens.
King of Queens is worse.
Well, aren't we? How are we doing this?
We're
Are you going to line them
Same.
all up, or we're just doing one at a time? That seems silly.
well. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do this? Since we have 16 of them, why don't we just do a 4-round bracket?
I thought we had more than 16.
This
Well,
is like extra shuffling.
We have 18, I think, or 19.
Well, we do, unless we want to do some.
But
kind
are the kids counting?
unless we want to do some kind of triple bracket, which I'm good
But
with.
just get things out there. That's
Yeah.
the main numbers.
Okay. Worst show, Flavor of Love.
Jerry Springer.
This is the worst one. At least Jerry usually rolled his eyes and told people they were being stupid, so I can agree with that.
Yeah, this is worse. So we've got 2 for Flavor of Love, 1 for Jerry Springer. Vote.
I'll go for Flavor of Love. It sounds a lot worse.
Okay, so that's 3-1 Flavor.
Flav!
Parks and Rec, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen.
Ellen.
As much as I love that show.
George Lopez, 2.5 Men.
I don't
Two and a
know
Half
enough
Men.
about either. So
2.5
I
Men.
abstain.
The atrocity that is Charlie Sheen.
Also, just the blatant misogyny and the fact that it was such a bad show that even one of the 3 starring actors actively asked people to never watch it again because it was so bad.
Was that the kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5 Men. The Office and Fucks and Friends.
Fucks and Friends.
Bucks and Friends.
Fucks and Friends. Friends, King of Queens.
King of Queens.
I'll abstain.
King of Queens.
I don't know. Or I always thought well of Friends, so I don't know.
King of Queens definitely worse.
Person of Interest, Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Real Housewives.
I don't know
Real
enough about
Housewives.
person of interest.
Real Housewives. Out of pure principle.
You know, if we
Loser.
didn't live in Jersey, we might have had a different opinion on that one,
No, I
let's be
would-
honest.
Well, then why are we saying Real Housewives of Orange County as a fuck these?
All of the real housewives.
They
are tough.
all are fuck these.
Biggest Loser is worse because
Biggest
that
Loser is definitely worse because it actually did
Evil.
real damage to people for real.
Biggest Loser. Dance Moms, Pimp My Ride.
Dance Moms.
Dance Moms.
Dance
Dance
Mom.
Moms.
Flavor of Love, Ellen DeGeneres.
Wait. I thought we were gonna go this way.
That's fine too. Flavor of Love, King of Queens.
King of Queens.
Flavor of Love.
Flavor of Love.
Yeah, Flavor of Love. It's awful.
Ellen, Jersey.
Why do we hate King of
Ellen.
Queens?
Because they're it's just a
Ellen.
horribly misogynistic show.
Yeah. Ellen.
Ah.
That's Sue Ellen.
Mm. Uh.
Yeah, honestly, Ellen made me uncomfortable from the beginning because she was always weird to her guests. So yeah, 3 for Ellen.
Okay, 2.5 men,
Okay.
Biggest Loser.
Biggest loser.
That was quite decisive. Dance Moms.
2.5 men, but I guess you're also voting
I'm
Biggest
voting Biggest
Loser.
Loser. Dance Moms, Fox and
Fox and
Friends.
Friends.
Fox and Friends.
Fox and Friends.
Dance Moms.
Alright. Flavor of Love, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen did way more damage to people than Flavor of Love did.
Yeah, Ellen.
Flavor or Ellen.
Did you just say Flavor of Ellen?
He did.
No, I said flavor, paused, and then said Ellen.
Okay. Biggest Loser, Fox and Friends.
This is
Fox and
hard
Friends.
because they both did a different kind of damage.
Who's-
Like Fox.
One is Fox and Friends continues to do massive, staggering amounts of damage on a grand scale to me.
Yeah,
So
Fox,
I'm voting that.
Fox and Friends.
Emotional damage.
Fox and Friends
Yeah, I
on
mean, for
Reach.
the most part, people know the Biggest Loser was a scam and was terrible to people. So I guess you're right, Fox and Friends.
Yeah, I say that on pure Reach. Ellen and Fox.
And based on that, Fox and Friends is the one that's still on and damaging people because Ellen
Yep.
has her own show. So I'm gonna have to go with Fox.
Agreed.
Alright, cool. I'll put
Now I
this here
believe
for
that
now.
goes
Jeopardy.
in. Doesn't that go in fuck these in perpetuity?
Oh, yes, it does. Very good. Yeah.
So how many are over here? 2.
2
Alright, so
there, 7 here,
need
so there's
one
going to
more
be
here.
champs. Yep, and there's 168.
So
So who is up?
my turn.
Yeah, go for it. I've lost track of the order, and I don't really care.
No, it's all the way back to her. Then it'll be you, then it'll be me, then it'll be set. Or wait, no,
Top
no, no.
Chef.
Then it'll be set, then it'll be you. Or then it'll be me, then it'll be you.
None.
You're
Move your
Top
hand.
Chef.
Set. Hand. Okay. No, none.
Alright,
Fairy Tale.
go for Top Chef.
I said Top Chef because it's the most legitimate cooking show I've ever seen where it's actually collaborative and informative.
You know what? I'll second Top Chef to do you a favor.
I say Fairy
Also,
Tale.
I've met several Top Chef contestants, and they are all wonderful people. Like, genuinely just really friendly. We'll have a conversation with you even when they're busy.
Anybody seconding Fairy Tale?
I cannot. Sorry.
No, I'm not going to second it.
Never, even though I've never seen Top Chef, there's enough merit that it's worth a second.
There's a Top Chef contestant right here in my town,
Nice.
actually.
Pressure lock.
You know, Joan of Arcadia was actually pretty good.
Hey, Blue. Jennifer
Yeah?
Love Hewitt or Amber Tamblyn?
Okay, I don't really know actors or actresses' names rather than how they're.
Joan of Arcadia.
Never watched Joan of Arcadia.
Okay. So Jennifer Love
Has she in
Hewitt.
anything else?
My answer, as always, is yes.
General Hospital. She's been in other stuff. I can't
What was her
think
name?
of much else. Amber Tamblyn. Tamblyn.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Cool. So do we have seconds for Joan or pressure luck?
Going once, going twice. Deleted.
There goes another one.
Sold to the man in the back rooms.
Mythbusters.
Mythbusters.
What is the crystal maze?
Oh, that's gonna be tough.
It is.
I too would like to know what the Crystal Maze is.
The Crystal Maze is... How the hell did I not know this? The Crystal Maze is a British game show devised by Jacques Antoine based upon his format for the French game show Fort Boyard and produced for Channel 4. How did I not know about this?
I was about to say, it sounds like it's either a fantasy series or a game show.
Okay, so no other nominations, right? Once?
No.
Nope.
No. But I do have Crystal Maze written down for later watching.
What's the concept? Are they actually in a maze?
Uh, I actually don't know. I will read up on that later and get back. None.
None.
Nobody else appreciates
Psych.
pineapples?
I despise pineapples with my entire being.
Really?
I like Psych.
Psych was fun, and they made a movie. 2 movies.
They made a movie?
That doesn't count for the drinking game, I don't think.
No, that should count for 2.
Anyway,
Joking, or do you actually want to know about the movies?
I mean, I don't want to know about the movies, but I didn't know they made movies.
Oh, I lied. They apparently made 3. 3
wow.
just in 2021.
Well, you didn't lie. You were misinformed.
Well, because it was Psych the movie, and then I think Psych 2 had a really silly name. Yeah, it was Psych 2 Lassie Come Home.
What?
Psych 3 This Is Gus.
Huh?
And apparently Psych 4 is slated for a release date sometime soon-ish.
They're continuing it?
Yep.
Crystal Maze is actually a maze with different types of challenges in it. I'm gonna have to see this.
Interesting.
Alpha, if it weren't for the time constraints, I would honestly say I would watch it with you.
Yeah,
Okay, but
Or
no
not time
seconds
constraints,
here,
but
right?
scheduling issues.
yeah, none.
No.
And we are about to break under 150. None.
None.
I would like to nominate 19 Kids and
Thanks,
Counting.
Fart. I liked Farscape.
You nominate 19 kids for fuck these?
Yeah, considering it turns out that most of the older kids were molesting the younger kids, and it was a whole bunch of like crazy religious nutcase stuff.
You know what? I have heard this. I'll make the official nomination.
There.
My only problem
You
with
have to- they have
Farscape
to
is
be-
like so many shows from that time period, they literally, the final season just threw everything at the wall to see something stick and nothing did.
None.
None.
I know what you want me to do, but
American Dad, and
you know what? I'm gonna do it. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. Fuck these.
Any of these nominated?
No.
American Dad. I know it won't be seconded, but I nominated.
I'm glad you realized that.
Yeah, because some of you people don't know how to laugh on the outside.
Sat, you still here? You were awfully quiet.
I'm here. I just didn't have anything to vote on that. I personally can't stand American Dad. Nothing on here either.
Thomas the Tank
Is
Engine.
this the original that had George Carlin as the train engineer guy?
That might be Ringo, actually.
Maybe?
George Carlin didn't come in till the later seasons of Shining Time Station. No, actually, he came in
Those
season
are
2.
certainly words that all of you are using.
Ringo
know who
did
George
the...
Carlin is.
Yeah, the comedian. I think Ringo did the series of that name in Britain, and then did the first season of Shining Time Station over here, and then Carlin took over from season 2 onward.
Okay.
Nonetheless,
But what about the
I
House on the
nominate-
Prairie?
I read the books. I never watched the show.
Yeah, I can't.
I've never heard of the show. I've heard of the story.
So there's no seconds anywhere then.
Once,
Negative.
Nope.
Okay.
twice.
Numbers.
Wow.
Again.
None.
I
Shameless.
nominate numbers.
Ugh. I second numbers.
I third numbers.
What is Numbers? I've never seen it.
Oh, you would probably enjoy the shit out of it.
Okay.
It's about. I got this. You back off, fetus. It's about an FBI agent whose brother is a mathematical genius. Like,
He's a
literally
polymath.
he's a polymath of the highest order.
He is a stronger polymath than me.
He's like
He makes Alpha look stupid. At
Is
best.
that the elf from the Santa Claus?
yes, and Judd Hirsch
Yeah,
as their
actually, I
father.
just realized that's him.
Just caught on to that. Basically, he and oh god, what's the name of the guy who plays his best friend Larry? He was in the Ghostbusters movie.
He was the guy, the museum director who served Vigo. Was it?
Peter McNichol.
Yeah, Peter McNichol is his best friend Larry, who is another wonderful character. But basically, they use different mathematical principles and such to help them solve crimes. Like, they use game theory to help solve a serial killer case or something like that. It's really fun. Honestly, great show. 10 out of 10, would recommend again.
It's kind of like a singular person version of Scorpion.
Only better.
Well, if all three of you nominated it, then that's kind of like, oh, it's actually probably decent.
It's honestly
I would
one of
say it's more
my
than decent.
favorite
I wouldn't
shows
say it's
ever.
amazing, but I would say it's definitely great.
It's an exercise.
I would say amazing.
It's an exercise in humility for me, but of the best kind.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's got everything. Next four.
None.
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 Wow. I don't even know most of these other than Mad TV.
I know Intervention.
I think we
Terrible
need an
show.
intervention.
If all of us say none, it's called a convent, right?
Or a cult.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not getting pegged by God.
Yay.
What?
I'm just gonna keep going with this.
Why
Ignore that
pegged?
statement.
Well, if he's supposed to
Titans,
be the
fuck
husband
yes.
in the relationship,
Teen Titans, no question.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
I mean, I was trying to figure out if you were implying that God was definitely a woman or, like, if...
Okay, I'll put it this way. I'd rather be pegged than think about it the other way, personally.
I see.
Anyway,
There's another soap opera. Is your hand hovering over "fuck these" in perpetuity for a reason? Because I was really hoping you were making a suggestion.
No?
Oh, okay.
I was getting distracted trying to see which thing Numbers was on so I could add it to my to-read list.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm not sure where it is now. It was on Netflix for a while.
The Google say it's on Pluto TV.
Okay.
Well, Pluto is
On
free.
Amazon, but sometimes when it says it's on Amazon, it means it's a subscription through Amazon.
My problem,
Yeah.
my problem with Pluto is it's not an on-demand service. It's essentially a cable channel kind of thing.
No, it's an on-demand service. You have to find the show and then hit watch now and start it from the beginning.
Really?
But you'll still get ads.
No, I can't really nominate any of these. I watched Seventh Heaven and it just never did it for me.
I can't.
King of
Either.
the Hill.
I can't either. And I thought, I mean, every time I've gone to Pluto anyway, it just plays itself like a channel, like whatever's on is on. There is a way to go from the start or something?
Yep.
Oh,
It's got on demand, but it primarily has the channels, but you can go on demand searching.
Yeah, anything that's showing on any of the channels, you can start over from the beginning really easily from where you're watching it, or you can use the search function. Or if you find like the tail end of a movie and you want to watch it later, you can add it to a list and watch it later.
I'm going to have to ask about
Yeah, I
that
think the
later.
channels are just mostly to help people find stuff to look up.
Okay,
Well,
now.
it's owned by Paramount Plus, so they basically have the channels to kind of like get you, especially people who are more used to cable TV, kind of watching stuff and going, "Oh man, wish I could watch this from the beginning," and then you do.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Joy of painting.
So, yeah, Joy of Painting.
Okay, everyone should know where I'm going, and I know no one else will follow.
You're right. Oh, Garfield
Look,
and
I would
Friends.
love to nominate Rick and Morty, but I haven't seen enough of it to make a nomination.
Honestly,
Hold
if
on.
you
Wait.
don't like it from what little you've seen, then you're not gonna.
Guys, Blue seems to be suggesting something here.
Interesting.
Okay, he left though.
I'm
It's
listening.
not about him. It's about how terrible the show is, how unfunny and disgusting it is, and that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. What the fuck is Pickle Rick?
You know what?
The funniest shit I've ever heard.
I'll make the official nomination. Fuck Rick and Morty.
I
And as much
vehemently
as-
disagree with this.
And as much as I loved Garfield and Friends, it got stale after so long. It's not as engaging as the comics.
No.
What's the
Mongo,
Mission
if
Impossible TV show?
Mongo, if you say it, and I'm not nominating anything.
I mean, I vaguely remember being told that it was a TV series before it was made into the movies.
This is true.
Well, it was, yes.
Believe it or not, my mother was the one to tell me.
Alright, so none.
None.
Hey, nunny nunny.
Down to 112 cards.
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby-Doo.
where are you?
Wait, which one is that? Is that the one where it got super serious?
Well, that's the original.
Oh, okay. I still have to watch that one.
Now, where the furries really appeared was My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic.
Yep.
That particular subsection of them.
Okay, worse.
And when I say subsection, I mean macro section.
Okay, worst fandom. My Little Pony, Sonic the Hedgehog.
My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
There are cases to be made for both.
My Little Pony had
I've seen the results of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know that much about Sonic the Hedgehog, but My Little Pony
Don't!
weird bro fandom was like really into raping basically underage ponies, so
Yeah, don't
Honestly, after hearing that, I still say Sonic is worse.
find out because just don't. Anyway, none of these others. The show
I have
itself is not
none of
a
the others.
the show itself is not a fuck these show. The fandom is no blame on the show.
no. The game of fandoms would be very different.
Yeah. Actually, hell, I'm gonna look that up later and see if it exists. Because if
None
it
of
does,
these.
none. Because
I
if
feel
that
like I've
fucking
seen
if that
Deadwood
fucking
before,
exists,
or
that's
heard of it.
if that exists, that's the first thing we're doing if you ever come back. Death Note.
No, I liked
Second.
early Death Note, but it went off the rails later on. Too much
The
for me.
ending was very lackluster. It
Once
felt
Elle
like
was
they
gone,
were
the
just
show went to
running
shit.
out of... Yeah.
You want to keep your second or not?
I'm keeping it.
Alright, the rest are no.
Yeah, no.
Correct.
Alright, we're at 100 as soon as I'm done putting these out.
All right.
Go team.
There's Voyager, but unfortunately, my partner in crime cannot vote.
Oh, well, that would be a
None,
shame.
none of these.
Did any of y'all watch Revolution?
No.
I,
I
meant
think
to,
I did.
never got a
Remind me,
chance
what was
to.
that?
That was
What
the
was Revolution?
the power stopped working, including batteries, and there was no electricity at all.
I feel like I saw, like, the pilot, but never got further.
It was fascinatingly weird, and then the whole reason they gave for it went absolutely fucking bonkers off the wall. It was ridiculous and kind of great.
Aliens?
Government conspiracy!
The other part.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Fuck yes.
I'll second that. What about the Munsters?
Wait, didn't we already see that one before?
Legends of the Hidden Temple? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we saw it last week.
Did we?
Yes.
I know we definitely talked about it last week.
We did. I don't
Does
know
that
if.
mean it's not allowed to go up here?
Well, if it is indeed a repeat, which I honestly don't remember well enough to say, then I'll swap it out for
We
the.
don't have evidence
I'm
to
mostly
confirm
I'll
it.
swap
sure, but
it.
we have no way to evidence to confirm it.
I'll swap it out for the monsters.
Anyone seconding the monsters?
I
I
will.
did. Or actually, you know what? I nominated the monsters.
Okay, then cool. Then that's alright. Uh,
Top Chef versus Mythbusters.
yeah, that's gonna be brutal.
That
Mythbusters.
is. Oh.
We need the dice. It's right here.
If only because of the background details of Mythbusters, I say Mythbusters.
Top Chef.
Mythbusters because I'm more into what Mythbusters was into than what Top Chef is into.
Okay,
I'm
so
still
that was
throwing
two
in the Top
Mythbusters
Chef.
and one Top Chef.
Yeah. The Top Chef is now the bottom.
Thinking about our death ray doesn't seem to be working.
Teen Titans.
I know because I'm standing in it and I'm still alive.
Teen Titans. Hate to stand
That's
against
two for Teen
numbers, but
Titans.
Teen Titans is.
All right, you're all
Titans is
talking
good.
over each other a little too much. Was that two Teen Titans votes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh, this is another tough one.
I hate it, but I gotta go with Teen Titans, even though my problem is they never finished it. And they're never
Yeah.
going to. And I
And
hate
Teen
them
Titans Go
for
is a
it.
whole different show.
Yeah.
Which is
We don't speak of it.
Bob Ross
Scooby-Doo.
or Scooby Doo?
Bob Ross.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Accident.
Or the Munsters?
You two, accidents maybe. I'm not so sure about happy. Anyway. Monsters.
Monsters.
Death Note.
That was two Munsters. All right, Mythbusters or Teen Titans?
Christ alive.
I'm really
I'm
glad
gonna
I'm
have
not
to go
in
with
this round.
Titans.
I'm also gonna go with Titans.
Yeah, even Quack Damn You is not enough to save Mythbusters.
Scooby Doo or
I
the
don't mean
Munsters?
by that.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
Let's make this a real battle of iconic animations.
Scooby Doo or Teen Titans?
Titans fall out.
That's also tough. Teen Titans.
So that was Teen Titans.
So Teen Titans goes up to champs. And while
Yeah.
ordinarily we would sink these into a bracket right now, there's so few of these left that we ought to just get through them and come what may. Get a
But
ninth
what if
one.
I don't want to come in May?
Well, that sucks to be you, because I'm voting that we do come in May.
What do you have against May?
Well, nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's an
the
alright
MCU
month.
Aunt May was pretty hot.
I mean, the month's alright, but I don't know if I want to just only do it then.
Who's up, Mongo?
I believe so.
I pass mine along.
You realize that means Star Trek The Next Generation is going to show up, and it's not going to get... You know what? Fuck it. Whatever. Here we go. Can you slide your hand, Mongo?
Sorry.
None.
None. Batman the Animated Series.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Apprentice was the Donald Trump show, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's a
Fuck
fuck
that.
this.
And anyone else?
Don't care about the other two.
Nope. You know he got arraigned again, like yesterday?
Oh no, he's fully like in it now. He's in the deep shit.
So I personally loved Ace of Cakes.
Me too. Ace of Cakes can be up there.
Ass cakes coming up.
Batman is just weird. Oh no, Teen Titans!
Well.
first of all, I nominate that and Cops for Fuck These.
Okay.
Neighbors
Second
was
of
a
all, nothing
TV
else.
show?
That's 9. We gonna get to 10
What
before the end of the
Neighbors?
night?
Oh my god.
Like, I'm thinking of the Frat Boy movie.
It appears to be a British show.
With the spelling, it's a British show of some sort.
Yeah.
Right? None of these two.
Yeah.
Next.
Agreed.
We got 76 to go.
None.
I have a fuck you nomination if anybody wants to decipher
I'm
it.
guessing
The
you're going
View?
with either Blind Date or The View. Or the Fuck You.
It is one of the two.
I don't know what Blind Date is, but I could agree with The View. Though it's gotten more.
Well, what about the Golden
You
Girls?
want the View to go in?
The Golden Girls was a fine show, but I didn't love it enough to nominate it. I really only liked some parts of it.
Yeah.
I only
mean, it's
learned more
very
about
white.
the Golden Girls because I was fascinated by Deadpool's obsession with the Golden Girls.
That's fair enough.
It
Any,
I mean,
It was
Betty White and
pretty
B.
okay.
Arthur, what's not to fascinate?
any of these others?
No.
Negative.
Okay.
I mean, fun fact, you know that Ryan Reynolds actually paid out of pocket to wear the Golden Girls t-shirt, right?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Also, none of these.
Rigno Incredible Hulk.
I'm gonna say none.
And yes, that would be the Lou Ferrigno.
There goes another game show.
None.
No, I got nothing.
There goes one of G4's top 3 shows.
What?
X-Play.
I love
Girl, but I'm not
Supergirl.
finished, so I don't know how it ends or if I feel okay nominating it.
Hawaii
I'm okay
5-0.
nominating it. Well, Mongo, this is the original Hawaii 5-0, not the reboot.
Oh, never mind then.
None of these then?
None will be voted.
That's another game show.
Sorry, not all of us are game show fans.
I know.
I only like very specific ones.
Hey, Arnold.
I'm having a really weird flashback to the teen years in Inuyasha. Jesus Christ.
You know it's got a sequel now, right?
The second
We don't talk
Autobahn-
about the sequel.
the sequel of what?
Why not? I've actually heard good things about it.
What, Inuyasha?
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
not
there's
speak
a
of that
sequel.
sequel. We do not speak of that sequel.
Why not?
Isn't it pretty recent?
It's very recent, and one of the relationships is extremely problematic.
Okay, I haven't heard about that.
I don't believe in any of this. I've heard any nominations.
I nominated Hey Arnold.
Okay.
Okay, but was the sequel to Inuyasha actually written by Rumiko Takahashi, or is it
I
just...
have no fucking idea, to be honest.
Is there a second to Hey Arnold? Or any...
Yeah, I'll second Hey Arnold.
Okay. And these others?
Nah.
Negative.
Okay.
Until newer shows came out, Aqua Teen Hunger Force was the stupidest show I ever watched. None for me.
Nope.
That's another game show.
Bongo.
There
I
it
just told
is.
you why.
There it fucking is.
Obviously Star Trek, but Lois and Clark, that was,
Isn't that, like, very recent?
no, isn't this one, is that the... Lois and Clark is, the Dean Cain one, I think.
I was gonna say, if I'm-
believe you're right.
If I'm thinking of the right show, Terry Hatcher has been on 2 of these.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
Lois
that
Lois
one
and
ran
Clark-
from 93 to 97.
Yeah, that would have been Terry
I'll
Hatcher.
nominate Lois and Clark and Star Trek.
Do I have seconds?
I will not nominate anything.
I think I'll be a good sport and nominate the only Star Trek series I've seen.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, even though none of you have done favors for me.
I was all ready to say I love one of you and I hate two of you.
Picard is my favorite. And I have met Patrick Stewart.
Ooh.
None of them.
I would like to nominate
Actually, no.
16 and Pregnant to fuck
I will
these.
nominate Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've heard.
I can't nominate any of these.
Mongo, did you see what I sent you?
Yes.
I so want a second Sonic the Hedgehog, but alas.
Spider-Man. And we know That's So Raven is a double because we already had that one on there.
Yep. You said Spider-Man?
Which one
second.
specifically is the animated series?
The
would
animated
be
series
the
covers the
90s one.
original TV one.
There was one in
The 90s one with the really 90s/80s synth guitar intro.
I think there was one sooner than that. Let me look. No, maybe not.
Hold on.
1994.
I'm doing a Google.
Yeah,
Okay, Spider-Man, the animated series, was the 1994 one.
yeah, okay. I've heard one nomination for that.
I'll second it.
Okay. And
That was
these-
Generation as X-Men, the animated series.
Mhm.
The other ones can go.
Okay. We're getting near it.
None.
Criminal
I will
Minds.
nominate Criminal Minds.
I heard two for Criminal Minds, so we got it. And these others are out.
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Nanny was frankly disturbing.
once again.
Never seen it, and I'm afraid to.
All right. Let me unfuck myself here just a moment.
Considering the iconic line in Iron Man where Agent was like, I'll taser you and watch Super Nanny while you drool on the carpet, you can kind of guess the entertainment.
Fair
of it.
enough.
It showed a lot of really bad parenting.
Mm,
No,
no.
There goes a game.
Deal or no deal?
I thought about the nanny, but it just no.
honestly, it had some good humor and some good points, but it didn't age as well as it could have, and her voice is so damn annoying.
Well, there goes a game show and the original Ninja Warrior.
Doesn't that technically count as a game show?
Not quite. I mean, it's a competition show, but like,
There you go. There's original.
Wow.
yeah, there's the
Well,
original. I was
who's in
thinking
the
of.
chat again? Who's the chat? Or who's in the chat?
None of these.
His name is Twisted Varg. And he
Oh,
came in-
Varg, there you go.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that one. So that's none of those then.
Nope.
Okay. Only a few blocks left.
What the hell is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Not as good as the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
original.
GX, often known as Yu-Gi-Oh! Generation X. Also, I vote Grim, which I have actually seen from start to finish.
I have
I saw
not
like
seen
2
past the
episodes
first
of Grimm.
half of Grimm's first season, so I cannot vote for it. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX could have been a great sequel, but they leaned way too much into the whimsy for most of it, and then at the end went super fucking dark. Like,
Wait,
You
are you
went
talking
from-
the second season went super dark, or you're still referring to the first season? Because I've never seen past like the.
oh, I'm
first
talking to
season,
the actual
really.
finale of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. It gets fucking dark.
I only remember that there's like a god from another dimension or something.
It makes shadow games look like fun, happy times.
All right, so we've got one nomination. Do we have anything else?
No.
I've got Pooh.
Hang in there. We're almost done. Oh,
Alright, I nominate the Beverly Hillbillies because it was funny as hell.
I'll second the
Beyond that,
Beverly
no.
Hillbillies.
I remember the Beverly Hillbillies movie. I don't remember the TV show.
You can go ahead and drop that in, Blue. And any votes?
Grandma boxing the kangaroo.
None of these.
No.
Okay. Fuck. Damn it.
I'm a big fan of the Chinese movie Big Brother.
Well, that's not what this is.
I know.
This is the
It
creepy
starred
show
Donnie
where you're
Yen.
locked in a house.
Boy Meets World is a double.
Again,
Yeah, that's a double.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, I can nominate Jeopardy.
Thank you.
Jeopardy is actually one of my favorite game shows.
Suck it long, suck it hard, Trebek.
Seems to be everybody's favorites.
that's why it's gone on for so long. No.
Indeed.
Why are you kicking me?
Fluffy baby, stop kicking your mama.
We know, puppers. It's
Brooklyn
almost bedtime.
Nine-Nine.
9-9!
I'll nominate 9-9. Yeah, let's go. I haven't finished it, but what I've seen has been hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
Does the
And
friend?
they
I haven't
respect
seen
the
anything of the
being
most
terrible
recent
by
stuff.
having refused to film more of it because all of the weird shit happening with cops. So that's cool. They didn't get canceled. The actors all went, you know what? Never mind.
All right. So none of these others.
No, we have 16 left. So do
Yeah,
you just want to?
we're gonna go through the rest of them. And there goes probably the greatest overall game show ever.
What was it?
Price is Right.
Ah.
You can't
Which
be.
honestly, I'm not a fan of.
I mean,
I did used to watch that when I was sick as a kid, like every time.
that's just it. Yeah, there's the novelty in that, and I mean, you cannot beat the Price is Right for audience participation.
So weirdly enough, I was the kid who didn't watch The Price is Right when I was sick. I just grabbed a book and started reading.
Good enough.
Why is NFL
You didn't
Monday
do that,
Night
or you
Football
didn't do that
a TV
because you
show?
were sick. You just did that because you were you.
None of
Um,
these.
I'll-
Oh, what the fuck is Gerald McBoing Boing? Someone look that up, please.
Also, I'm going
I
to
don't
let.
want that in my search history. So
Covert Affairs. Where do I know that from?
Also, I'm gonna let Blue
Spy
field.
show.
I'm gonna let Blue field this one from Twisted Varg in the chat. Isn't Hercules so bad it's good?
No.
Yes and no. So, like, Hercules, some of the story is good. It ended terribly, and then it turns out that Kevin Sorbo is, like, a fundamentalist evangelical nutcase.
I'm guessing that's the actor.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So.
And then, to make matters even worse with Hercules, the comparison there is lesbians in love and Xena. So, like,
Gerald McBoing Boing
have
was
slightly
a
more. You could have
animated
slightly
kid
more
show.
fond memories of Hercules if Xena never existed, because you'd have a little extra dose of nostalgia and no comparison. But you have the comparison, so it looks even worse. Also, Lucy Lawless's takedowns on Twitter of Kevin Sorbo are hilarious.
Ah, they are. So Gerald McBoing Boing is an animated short film about a little boy who speaks through sound effects instead of spoken words, and was released in 1950 and was based on a story by Dr. Seuss.
Oh God, of course.
So not actually really a TV show.
Let's see.
Short animated film.
1956, they created a half-hour Gerald McBoing Boing show, broadcast at 5:30 p.m. on Sunday evenings. Did not have a long life. And then they made a reboot from 2005 to 2007.
heard a lot of curiosity discussion, but no nominations.
Because there are none.
Correct. None.
Okay. 3 more.
I will
votes.
always make my nomination known unless you guys shut down all the choices before I get a chance to speak.
Speaking of which,
I do have some fond feelings about Dragon Ball Z, but it was not good.
I will not nominate any of these, not even the 45 minutes of powering up.
Only
That
45?
does any of these?
Network edited it. If you watch the real cuts, it was not that bad.
All right. So none of those.
Correct.
Negative.
Okay.
I mean, I vote for it anyway, but, you know.
Ooh, diners, driving, and dives.
So I'm not a big fan of Guy
Second.
Fieri's on-camera persona. I am a fan of him as a human being.
Yeah, but
Sailor
diners,
Moon I will
driving, and
nominate.
dives was really fun to watch him go to like different places. Also, Sailor Moon. I nominate
Okay,
both.
Wait, that was a TV show?
there we are. There's 10. And Sailor Moon got seconded. Do we get one for diners?
I seconded.
Okay. Oh, this is going to become fairly
If
interesting.
only because it made me actually want to go to the damn places he went to, because a lot of them had really good shit.
Yeah, and
Part of
honestly,
the problem is the Triple D effect wears off, and a lot of the restaurants he's been to actually end up doing poorly afterwards.
I don't know. The ones around here that still have notes on the menu items from him having been there, I agree with him. They're delicious foods.
Yeah. This is it then.
Crocodile Hunter.
Crocodile Hunter.
Oh god, Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
No.
speaking of Mr. I will never watch this show.
No, I said I don't want to watch this show because I know what effect it'll have on me. And I wasn't wrong.
You're gonna get about 10
Okay.
seasons in and leave.
Quick bathroom break before our last vote here.
Right.
Post stream, I am having Cinnabon.
All right. First, we'll get one last champ. Then we'll do the fuck these. Then we'll do super champ, and then we'll do. Actually, no. I'm gonna piss first, and then I'll figure the rest out. Be right back.
I will continue with this nightmare dungeon until I need my piss break.
I should be doing Nightmare Dungeons before I go to sleep.
So, for the next 5 hours.
Roughly, yes.
Having lived that sleep schedule, I do not envy you.
It's okay. Through caffeine, many
Although
things are
mine
possible.
wasn't a... I didn't have a choice in the matter.
I'm doing this for money.
Yeah, well, my health literally forced me into that.
Alright, I've returned. How are we doing this with uneven numbers?
I don't know.
Good question.
We'll wait for our intrepid leader to return.
Okay. It's fairly likely, Varg.
What has he said now?
He says, meh, seeing the dynamic, I guess some political show gonna win the worst. Okay. Just waiting on set, I believe.
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
We're all here. We
Yeah.
were waiting on you.
Oh, cool.
But we do have an uneven number, so how do we want to handle that?
Well, we're gonna have to have a couple threes throughout this. I say bottom three just go against each other, and then we do twos the rest of the way. So that would start with Batman the Animated Series and Ace of Cakes.
Alright, I love Batman, the animated series. Mark Hamill's Joker was immaculate. That Harley Quinn was beautiful. Poison Ivy was one of the reasons I had to question my attraction to animated characters being a thing. Ace of Cakes.
Batman animated.
Duff and Friends just did beautiful things.
I was tempted to become an eco-warrior. And to also get myself locked in an asylum. Animated series, definitely.
Who wasn't?
Blue.
Batman.
Right. So that's Batman, Hey Arnold, and Star Trek The Next Generation.
Star Trek.
Hey, Arnold.
TNG.
Right, getting some traction there. Spider-Man animated in Criminal Minds.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Criminal Minds was great, but Spider-Man's one-liners in that series were fucking beautiful.
Okay.
I hated the transitioning.
Jeopardy, Brooklyn
I mean,
Nine-Nine.
hated. Brooklyn.
Yeah, I get more laughs from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. 9-9!
You're not supposed to be laughing at Jeopardy.
That's not always true.
Sometimes there's some funny jokes.
There are funny moments in
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. Although you're right, it's not inherently a comedy show. All right, Sailor Moon, Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives, Crocodile Hunter.
Crocodile Hunter.
Sailor.
Ooh, Sailor Moon.
I was gonna say, if we somehow all voted for one differently.
Score 1 for the Stingrays.
So how are we fitting Sailor Moon in here?
3, 2. So Batman, Star Trek.
Batman.
Much as I hate to. All right.
9-9.
Sorry, Picard.
9-9.
Sailor Moon.
9-9.
This is a contest now.
Batman.
Batman.
Batman then.
I gotta go with 9-9.
All right. Let's have fuck these first. And save the Super Champs bracket for the end of this. Go out on the highest note we can. All right. So
Well, then I would like to rush.
we're going. It's almost over.
Why are you getting sleepy?
That and other habits to take care of and perform.
It's almost over.
What time is it?
It is 11:57.
Midnight.
Midnight.
I mean, there's so little left. We gotta finish. All right.
Midnight, which to me now means nothing.
Here's another 11.
It's your noon. It is literally your noon
Let's
now.
get these. All right. The worst
All right.
shows: Teen Titans, Honey Boo Boo.
Teen Titans
Okay,
go.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans was more aware of itself in the end, so I vote Honey Boo Boo is worse.
The problem is, it was fun, and it was funny. There are actually really good jokes. The show is not bad. The problem is of what it's robbed us, and the creators actively just spitting on the grave.
Yes. But Honey Boo Boo was basically child abuse.
Alright, fair. Honey Boo Boo.
Okay.
I still vote Teen Titans.
The View, Steve Harvey.
Alpha, are you voting since this is a fuck these, gauntlet?
No, Honey Boo Boo.
I
was my
can't
vote.
vote for either of these because I don't know either of these.
Honey Boo Boo was my vote.
Oh, okay.
And
Somebody explain to me how Steve Harvey landed in here. I've never seen or heard of the show.
because I despise his style of quote-unquote comedy, he is incredibly self-centered, and then worse than that, he claims Christianity, despite being so self-centered.
Okay, so there's one of those in Steve Harvey and several women like that in The View, so I'm voting
The View.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
The only entertaining and decent part of The View right now is Whoopi Goldberg.
Ooh.
Seinfeld, Cops.
Seinfeld.
Cops.
I can't answer this because I don't know either well enough.
Seinfeld. Apprentice, Hercules.
The
Apprentice.
Apprentice.
Yeah.
They gave him too many fans, and then he got voted fucking president.
To quote South Park, we all thought it was a joke, and we let it keep going, and then suddenly he was in office.
I mean, he lost the popular, but that's another story altogether, isn't it? 16 and Pregnant, Rick and Morty, 19 Kids.
19 kids. Wow, that one was... Wait,
19
wasn't that
kids.
the only one that we had unanimous?
Yeah, I think so. All four of us said that. Honey Boo Boo, The View.
No one has told me what the hell The View is, so Honey Boo Boo.
The View is a bunch of women who talk in a morning talk show about stuff like politics and shit going on, and it's a bunch of people who whine about it, and the women who are usually part of The View have generally leaned towards quite conservative, and when they realized that they couldn't get away with being like hella conservative anymore. They started to add people who were less conservative, but the only people who won't argue are like not that progressive. So like I said, Whoopi Goldberg's on there.
I mean, she makes me
But
laugh.
they mostly like fight about stuff. But my vote here goes to Honey Boo Boo because the view is annoying, but you can turn it off and nobody really gets hurt. They just whine a lot, and Honey Boo Boo encouraged way too many people to be pageant moms.
Yeah, Honey Boo Boo.
I agree. Think about the type of damage being caused here, too. Seinfeld, Apprentice, 19 kids.
19
That's
kids.
tougher.
Yeah, 19 kids.
Yeah. That's a
19
lot
kids.
of abuse.
Yep.
Because like the people chose to be on The Apprentice, and Seinfeld was just fucking annoying.
Yep. Honey Boo
And then
Boo,
I think if
19
we're going
kids.
with worst, 19 kids and counting, it hurt more kids
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reach.
Because then you
The
had a bunch
lawsuits
of
are still going.
And you had a bunch of weirdo, like, super evangelical families suddenly decide that their way of doing things was a good idea and start doing, like,
Suddenly?
So there was a handful that did it before, but then being part of the TV show and seeing it on TV made it more normal to, like, really push the semi-arranged marriage Christian side hug, can't even kiss sort of thing.
Yeah.
And now for the fuck this all the way with a 10-foot pole. Kardashians, fucks, and 19 kids.
Kardashians.
My vote's for 19 kids for all reasons stated above. Fox and Friends is whiny people like The View, and I can turn it off. And Keeping Up with the Kardashians,
19 kids.
they're taking advantage of stupid people.
Kardashians, because not only are they taking advantage of idiots, but they're self-propagating it continuously.
Yeah, but 19 kids.
Actual legit
And even-
child abuse.
And
Which I
even
think by the time 19 kids went off the air, wasn't it 21 kids and counting?
in Vargs,
21, and I think there were 2 miscarriages.
even in Vargs land, the Kardashians are hated. Alright, so fuck this all the way with a 10-foot pole is 19 kids and counting. Hooray. Now, the important one.
Oh, Google said it got up to 23 kids.
Sweet Jesus.
What is the best of the best? And we're going to do this in threes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Baby number 23 is due soon.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
So, here they are.
Article is from June 30th.
Magic School Bus, Teen Titans, Charmed.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah, Avatar.
Avatar. Sorry, Star Trek, I have to. Batman,
My answer might
Steven.
surprise you here, but Steven.
Stargate.
Ooh. Well, we can delete Batman. It's not going to be that.
Oh, good, because I thought just once it was going to wind up being one of those.
This is hard.
See, my main reason is I know all about Steven, and even including Future, I'd still say by the end of it, Steven stuck to its guns and didn't start just pulling random bullshit out.
No, and everything I hear about Steven Universe, the parts that I haven't seen, is very much like it kept to the correct nature, whereas Stargate went bizarre and weird.
That's why I was bringing that up.
Would it be
And
like,
why
I'm
I
gonna
said
go Steven.
Steven to the finale.
Okay.
This is hilarious because it's all cartoons.
Teen
Yeah.
Titan.
Was not
I
expecting.
have to go. I have an answer here. I have to go with Avatar.
Yeah, I have to
It
go.
stuck to its guns, and it had a satisfying conclusion. Korra was unnecessary, but great still. But the original Avatar had a very fulfilling, satisfying ending.
And it was paced correctly. So they had 4 seasons in the 4 worlds with a proper build up. And like, who really didn't expect, like, I didn't expect that ending where it was like the turtle's gonna teach him how he doesn't have to actually kill him. Like, that was a spectacular ending. And the comics that come after are not bad, and the expanded universe is not bad. So,
Okay, why does everyone keep saying this? There's only 3 seasons.
well, you know what I mean. It was 4 sections. They kind of broke it up weirdly.
Well, 4 nations, sure, but air and
My
water
vote
were
still
considered one.
stands. Teen Titans.
Avatar.
What's your vote, Alpha?
My vote's Avatar because of 2 reasons. One, the ending, and two, the reunion.
Hello?
The reunion with Iroh.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Is this...
Can
Okay,
you
I
not
can't
hear
hear
us?
anyone. Oh, fun. I'm sticking to my guns as Avatar.
Well, the greatest TV show that ever existed
Oh.
is Avatar: The
Yay!
Last Airbender.
Yeah, I still can't hear Jack.
Well, that's it.
Well, this has been a hell of a final go.
Yes, it has. And
I thought I would get the final table flip.
here, have it.
One last flip. Ah!
Kind of less satisfying with not much on there. Should have left all the cards instead of deleting them, and then you would have had a whole
Still
bunch.
fine.
You want?
in
You want?
the air.
Okay, so I've switched to my speakers because my headphones are literally dying.
It's all good.
Wild.
I mean, depending on when what you're doing on a weekend, I might be able to guest appear here and there.
Here, have a satisfying flip before we go.
Oh god damn, this is a flip. The fuck is this?
What game is this?
It's called Insane Monopoly.
Alright, ready for this one to go flipping?
I am ready.
In 3, 2, 1.
Not all the way loaded yet.
Well, that wasn't.
That's actually very anticlimactic.
Here. Try it. Try this one.
Whoa, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
This is Ultimate Monopoly.
That was better.
And here's a very, very brief preview of what we'll be doing.
Godspeed, friends.
Next week, Sherlock Holmes with me, Blue, and maybe at least one other. We'll see. But thank you all. I'm Alpha.
I'm set. They're just kind of here.
Yeah. Well,
My allergy medicine is kicking in. I'm getting sleepy.
yeah. And Mongo is nothing but a pawn.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. Mongo is technical difficulties. And thank you, Varg, for staying with us, and we'll see you real soon. Good night.
Good night.
Night.